Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I didn't do that quite right, but it doesn't matter. Hey, welcome, man. Welcome to leap year, not leap year, leap day, not leap day. I'm Dr. Corona.
Hey.
Hey, baby. I'm Dr. Corona.
There you go.
I got my. Check it out, Dr. Corona. I'm Dr. Corona.
Every time you do that, I'm just gonna go smooth.
Where the heck are you? Oh, there you are.
Hello, everyone. Hey, it's the return of Dick Curmudgeon. Hello, everybody.
We don't do the show like forever.
Yeah.
And what do? We both show up in jackets.
I know.
Like no coordination. I don't tell you what to wear.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever, man. I'm like, I'm Dr. Corona. And I'm Dr. Corona.
Smooth. All right.
Yeah. If I sound like Harvey Firestein, there's a reason. I may have.
Harvey Firestein. Welcome to Dr. Corona. Yeah.
I got my emergency stuff here.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Anyway, let's do some business here. If you're watching this on Comcast, hello, we're back. Hi. It's been a while. How are you? Now we're back, Comcast. Hello there. Everyone on Facebook Live. Hello. Everyone on YouTube Live. Hello. And all the other platforms we do and running. Hello.
Yeah, this is going to be the new form of entertainment because no one's going to go outside. No one's going to go anywhere.
We're like kings of the hard end, right? We're just like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, bam, we're like right in your face.
Yeah,
boom.
we're going to make...
Hi, it's a Friday.
We're going to make fun of everything. Welcome to the apocalypse.
That's right.
I'm Dr. Corona.
Smooth. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, man, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do. Might as well get on stream live and just kind of,
nothing like a bunch of old guys to give their opinion on.
Right.
Hi,
welcome to Middle Age Apocalypse Death Watch. Yeah. I'm your host, Dick Curmudgeon, and watch them up. Bring out your dead. That's what
I've lived a full life. I hope you have too. I'm Dr. Corona.
Smooth.
Oh, God.
It's automatic. I just, it's like a, what's that? Pavlov, it's a Pavlovian response now. Smooth.
Just when you quit smoking and drinking and taking drugs, in comes a coronavirus.
Right. Hello, everyone. This is Captain speaking. We're cruising out to 3,000 feet. Everyone involved here has the coronavirus. We're all going down. Smoke them if you got them.
I don't know. What is the latest? Who knows? But seriously, it's like, it's like you're on the, it's not the stair stepper anymore. It's the spinner, right? The spin class, spinning.
I don't know. Pilates?
No, that was,
is that so?
That was like 90s. It's like the spinner.
But yoga's still around,
I think
right?
It's yoga.
You're in downward facing dog and someone's telling you, hey, the end of the world, get ready, stretch.
Not just yoga, it's hot yoga.
We're going to do that at random points during the show. Today's power word is...
Oh, I'm not... Hot yoga.
That's right. Call in right now. Caller number 10. You win a brand new Buick LeSabre, even though LeSabres haven't been made since 2004.
Hot yoga. There we go. I should use my buttons that I have set up here.
That's so FM too, right?
I know.
Hey everyone, happy Friday. This is Jason. We're now at 5:25 in the morning or in the afternoon. I don't know. It's a fast, freaky Friday here on
Hot Yoga.
That's right.
Yes, kids, you too can have fun with technology.
That's right.
Because that's all you're going to be doing, because you're going to be tied up at home doing your live streaming.
Right. What else are you going to do when you're like down in the bunker?
Twitch streamers were going to be like the
ruling the world.
All.
Yeah.
Right? I'm playing another Mario Kart.
But I'm alive. I'm left alive.
Playing another Mario Kart on my channel. Hot Yoga.
Admit it. What would you rather watch? Some guy playing Halo or two middle-aged guys in the middle of hot yoga? There you go.
I don't care.
No, you're...
Nihilism is us.
That's right.
Anyway, God, I mean, we just never do this show anymore.
I know.
No, okay, I have been sick.
Yes.
For a while.
A lot of asthma type stuff, right? Respiratory.
We don't like to go into the details, Jason.
We're not going to go into the weeds.
We don't need to tell
not
people the
coronavirus.
details.
It is not coronavirus.
Could be.
Think.
Could be. It's weird. These buttons are totally...
I like the asterisk at the end.
These buttons are totally in the wrong place.
It's been a while.
So I'm pushing buttons and it's like in the wrong place. I should fix that. Yeah. But I guess I'm not going to fix it. So if I change the camera and you're talking and it's me,
it's just going to go spinning right into the wall, right?
Well, it's like bad editing.
Well.
Where it's like every time I want to tell you something, Jason, and it's like, it's the long reaction shot.
And the camera's over here and the width's over there. Oh, hey.
Nothing wrong with reaction shots. That's good editing.
Yeah, but someone somewhere is seeing that and they're like, God, this is so avant-garde, right? This is like, wow, this is like next generation. Meanwhile, it's just like,
next generation. It's not like next generation. You guys, it's not like next generation. Actually, I haven't really watched it. I just watched the free episode that they posted on YouTube or whatever because they're like, hey, guys, remember Captain Picard?
Yeah.
Remember Data? Remember 7 of 9?
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's not next generation.
Yeah.
At one point, okay, so here's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to watch all the cranky reviews.
Okay.
And then probably purchase the month or get the month free, binge it, and cancel it. Why? Because that other Star Trek series sucked. Sorry, it did. Didn't like it.
The binging bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best thing I
did that.
Got on streaming.
Yeah.
Was a Mandalorian.
See, that's
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, we got the baby. We signed up for that. We got all the Baby Yoda, but as soon as it was over, ditched it.
Oh, really?
We'll come back when the Mandalorian comes back. You
know what? That's on my list today.
Mandalorian?
Well, no, after I watched The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I kept the streaming service.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I'm this guy going, oh my God, Kurt Russell, the computer wore tennis shoes. Oh my God. Did I go watch it? No. Oh my God, Herbie the love bug, right?
Did you watch it?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bedknobs and broomsticks.
Right.
Like I was all excited about all
Chitty, bang, bang.
No, yeah, right. These are all not the remake of the Jungle Book, the original Jungle Book.
Yeah.
With the King Louis.
Yeah.
Wasn't that his name?
I think so.
The ape.
Yeah,
King
I think
Louis.
so. Yeah. It's been forever. Right?
Yeah, I know. It's not exactly PC anymore, but I don't care. I grew up with that stuff.
That's right.
Had the little records when I was a little kid.
That's right.
Mowgli.
The Jungle Book, man.
Yeah, and the bear.
Oh, what? Yeah. Oh, the Baloo.
The bare necessities.
Right, Baloo. Voiced by, Fred out? No.
Still one of those guys, yeah.
Guy from the Jack Benny Show. Come on.
Yeah.
Alice Faye, and she was married to him.
Old people.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Bare necessities.
Yeah, I was going to binge watch those. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Right.
Kirk Douglas. Oh man, so many people have died. Of which one is Kirk Douglas died a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
Right? Kirk Douglas.
Had to do the obligatory Spartacus.
Yeah.
After that.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
You could have watched 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
20,000 Leagues.
He was in that.
Yes.
Kirk Douglas was in that.
I had to go Spartacus though.
Spartacus is a classic.
Yeah, had to go there.
Who directed Spartacus?
Ooh.
Come on, baby. Oh, come on, baby.
Cecil B. DeMille?
No.
Come on. I don't know.
Wow, I'm surprised I stumped you. I am surprised I stumped you.
I'm in a weird mood today, so I got to get on my trivia.
No, that's okay. I'm surprised I stumped you though. It's because it's his first phase of his career and not his second phase of his career.
Isn't John Ford? Is it?
No. Well, his second phase of his career are the movies he's well known for.
Yeah.
But people don't realize he directed Spartacus.
Yeah.
He directed Paths of Glory, I believe. Also Kirk Douglas, I believe Paths of Glory. And Lolita.
Oh.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick.
That's right. It's one of his first
I think
ones.
he did Paths of Glory. Is that correct?
Yeah, Kirk Douglas, black and white, right?
I think they did 2 of them. I think they did Paths of Glory and Spartacus.
Wow, I missed Stanley Kubrick. Wow.
Which actually I say that because I have not ever seen Paths of Glory. It's on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
57. Yeah, this was in the 50s. Come on, baby. You know why when you see the Stanley Kubrick, there it is. Kubrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought because it was like when was Spartacus?
Oh.
So Paths of Glory it said was 57. Was that before 57?
I don't know.
I gotta look it up again.
Folks, if you know when Spartacus was made,
I'm Dr. Corona.
Call 503. What is our phone number, by the way? 503-395-5040. And if you call in right now and say the phrase that pays, hot yoga, you will win the coronavirus.
TV. Oh, yeah, the TV series comes up there. Have you ever seen that?
What's that?
There's a TV series, Spartacus.
Oh, yes, I have. Yeah, very good. I enjoyed it.
That's the problem when they remake stuff and then you Google it.
Yeah.
You get 60. So
1960.
So Paths of Glory
was before.
So apparently Stanley and Kirk.
Yeah. That makes sense.
We're digging it.
Paths of Glory was black and white, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And that's World War One.
Right.
Right.
In the trenches.
Yeah. I know. Have you seen it?
No.
I have not seen it.
No, if I've seen it, I've seen maybe parts of it. I know he has that French outfit on with the helmet and stuff. Yeah. Beyond that, I don't know.
Oh, that's with this apocalyptic period we're living through right now.
The Omega Man?
Yeah, well, there's that. Paths of Glory, good old World War One, good old turn of the century Spanish influenza movies.
Ooh,
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Omega Man, Soylent Green.
Let's just hope we don't go to Soylent Green level.
Some Chuck Heston.
Right.
The original Planet of the Apes.
You damn dirty apes!
Man.
I watched that too not too long ago.
Oh, in
fact, I watched all of them.
Oh, God.
I had to do it, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Escape from, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I'm a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I grew up loving Paul Williams' hits.
Oh, Cornelius, dude.
Yeah. And the fact that he appeared in the last movie as Cornelius.
Yeah.
And of course, we've talked about this before. If you don't, go look it up. He went on the Tonight Show, coming off the set in his full makeup as Cornelius.
Yeah.
He was a guest on the Tonight Show, so he sits down at the piano and performs in his Cornelius makeup, just straight on. Like no one knew. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Williams, and here he is sitting in his full Planet of the Apes orangutan outfit, singing one of his sensitive songs.
That's priceless. Right there. That's style.
There's a documentary about Paul Williams. I think it's on Netflix, or maybe I haven't watched it. Maybe it's on Amazon.
Okay.
It's like one of those, kind of Monty Python, like Paul Williams still alive, or something like that.
Abe Vigoda, right?
But no, he's great. Abe Vigoda is not with us anymore.
No, I know, but forever, everyone was like, "Is Abe Vigoda still alive?"
Yeah, and then he
passed away.
He passes away.
Yeah.
And everyone, I pretty much was convinced he died in The Godfather,
Yeah, right. Yeah, they took please.
Not coming with us, Sal.
Please, Michael, for the old times, please. I'm sorry. And then Tom comes up, like, hey, look, let's just go.
That's Tom. It's Tom.
Hey,
Tom.
Yeah, Tom, please.
Please.
Talk to Michael.
Yeah.
For the old times.
Sorry, Sal. Tell Michael. I always liked him.
Yeah, tell Michael.
It was
nothing personal. Yeah, it's just business. Nothing.
I always liked him.
Yeah. Well, if you liked him, then why'd you try to have him whacked, right? Why'd you team up with, Barzini? Don't do that.
Barzinis.
Barzini, he's a pimp.
This show just always devolves into The Godfather. It's
right.
It should just that's what it should be.
Down at the bottom of the screen should be blinking Puzo moment, Beep boop, beep boop. But,
I heard something about.
Yeah.
I I might be wrong, but I heard a rumor out there. Mm-hmm. Godfather Part 4.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, come on, Jason. Come on.
Yeah.
They're remaking every dang thing. Did you see those Star Wars movies?
Yeah. Where are they going to go with Part 4, though? I mean, is he going to be like in an assisted living place? And they're like, I want more Jell-O. Rub them out.
I hope J.J. Abrams directs it
Well,
and brings the Emperor. Exactly.
What is that? What is this activity time?
Oh.
Rub them out.
Yeah.
You know?
Now you see the true power behind the mafia. You're like, oh, God, J.J. Abrams. Everyone's like, wow, that was a terrible movie. Great effects, though.
Oh,
best effects for any Godfather movie. But
right. And that Michael Corleone, man, he can wield the lightsaber like nobody's business.
It's got to be, dude, Godfather Part 4.
Yes.
It's gonna be she's the chosen one, the only hope. It's got to be that, because that's every franchise movie has to be like some mystery young ingenue girl, you know.
Yes, and you gotta have
she'll be the god mother, you know.
And can we have someone like wear like a Vader type mask, because you know, and it's like, we'll give him an offer he can't refuse.
Well, it sucks because they can't use Michael's daughter.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the Godfather series.
Sophia Coppola?
Yeah, because remember what happened to her at the end of Godfather Part 3?
I can't remember. I kind of watched it, and I didn't really like it that much.
Michael.
I know. I
didn't make it.
I didn't really like it that much, so I kind of... I like a traumatic experience. I blocked it out.
So the problem with the Godfather Part 3 is it's a good, fun... I've always said this. If you really watch it, it's a fun mobster movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, it has Joe Montana.
Okay.
Joe Montana. I mean, it has everybody in it, right?
Yeah.
It has Eli Wallach. He's great in it.
Wow.
And Talia Shire is great. I mean, she's a lot older.
Yeah.
Right? And she's really good. She and Eli. I mean, it's got a great cast. Of course, it's got older.
That's right.
You know,
older
Michael Corleone. I can only talk like this in all my older movies.
The one line that still stays for me from Godfather 3, and it's one of the very few things I remember about the movie, is something like, you try to get out and they pull me back in. You know, that moment where didn't he have also kind of spiky hair too?
It's got the Pope in it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's got the whole Vatican banking scandal in it. So it's, I don't think it's, oh, it's got young Andy Garcia in it.
That's right. Andy Garcia.
And Fonda. What's her name? Bridget Fonda's in it. Remember?
Yeah.
I don't think she made it either.
I don't remember.
None of the ladies make it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. But I don't, well, maybe she did make it. I can't remember. But yeah, it's got all of them in it. And it's just a mobster movie. Yeah. But it's just people, you know, after The Godfather Part 1, Part 2, people are like...
But Part 4.
You know, they're expecting...
Part 4 is going to be something.
You know, something great.
Yeah.
And, it just...
Empire versus Empire.
Yeah.
You know? The Empire is now trying to move into Corleone's turf.
Yeah.
You know, and hey,
that's what Disney need. Wait, does Disney own? Oh, there, I fixed it. I put it behind the.
Yeah.
Because I'm always doing this. We do a show, and I'm like, glasses and my headphones.
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Yeah.
That's not Fox, is it? The Godfather series. Because if it is, Disney owns it.
I think it is Fox.
Which means...
I think it is 20th Century Fox.
Talia Shire could be a Disney princess.
Ooh.
I don't think it... Are you sure?
I kind of want to say...
Wouldn't that be crazy?
I kind of want to say it is.
Godfather.
20th Century Fox.
Studio.
Hey, if you know the answer, please call us in. The phrase that pays, hot yoga.
Paramount.
So
it's not. It's not.
So it's
Paramount is the other guys. Paramount's still around.
Yeah.
Paramount. Is that Paramount, Viacom, CBS?
Yeah.
So it could be Star Trek Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Star Trek Godfather.
is that DC? No.
Star
Batman and stuff? Paramount? I don't know. Welcome to what's happened since we've been here, consolidation of the entertainment business.
Also, the Indiana Jones franchise, too.
Well, that's Disney.
Is it?
Yep. And they're making another one.
I thought there was one made on Paramount, though.
No. Disney. Disney. They're making one, and the news just yesterday or the day before, Spielberg will not be directing it.
No.
He will not be directing the next Indiana Jones. And everyone's like,
I want nothing to do with it.
You know, we love Indiana Jones, first couple movies, you know. How many movies are there? 3?
4. Yeah.
Everybody.
Hold on. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Do it.
Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom.
Yes.
Indiana Jones, Last Crusade, and then Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Okay. So
there you go.
So Indiana Jones, the first one's Temple of Doom?
Nope. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Duh. Right. I already know that.
And then Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom was the one you went with the family, the kids, taking the heart directly out of the chest. Everyone went, this is inappropriate.
Right.
Inappropriate things in there. Inappropriate things about people of other cultures. All in that Temple of Doom.
Well, you know.
Oh yeah. No, it got its thing. Right. I remember.
My personal favorite though was the third one, Last Crusade. Sean Connery. Yeah.
As Indy's dad.
Henry Jones.
Yeah.
And that's Henry Jones.
This is your dad, 007.
That's right. That's right. Henry Jones Jr. Henry Jones Jr. I thought he was in it. We called Indy the dog. You're like, what? India? No.
Indiana Jones.
And believe it or not, one of my most favorite characters in the movie is John Rhys Davies.
Yeah.
I love John Rhys Davies in that. Good
He's
stuff.
in everything. John Rhys Davies!
That's right.
Isn't he like the dwarf king in the... He's played everything.
He's like Gimli in Lord of the Rings.
I'm John Rhys Davies!
Right.
And he always talks like that. And he's in some Bond films, I believe. I mean, like, he's in everything. And he just shows up and you go, John Rhys Davies, we like this guy, yeah.
And funny enough, every movie he's ever in, he starts off, I'm John Rhys Davies.
Well, he's always like, Indy, Bond, Gandalf. He always does that intro in his movies, right?
Right.
It's like...
Very true.
Oh my God, James Bond. I can't do a very good job. You got to work on that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Indiana Jones. Oh, it's Gandalf the Grey.
Right.
Or white. Which one are you? When have you transitioned?
He's supposed to be a Turk in Indiana Jones, so he's like, Indy.
Yes.
You know, Indy.
I think he's that too. Like in the Bond, is it Pierce Brosnan Bond? Or he shows up in some of those.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he is Turkish. Yeah.
I don't know.
Or Mediterranean.
Or something.
Yeah.
He's just John Rhys Davies.
He's just John Rhys Davies. Yeah.
No, he's one of those actors that shows up in a movie and you're just good with it. You're always just like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he doesn't have to play a certain character. He could just be himself through any situation, and you're like, hey, that's...
Debbie does Dallas. Debbie! Doing Dallas!
That's right.
Oh, wait, no.
Or
I'm not suggesting Sir Bryce Davies, if he is a sir, has ever done pornography.
You know. Deep throat.
Yes.
You know.
Deep throat. Linda Lovelace. I'm John Rhys Davies.
Linda.
Oh God.
Come here. I want to show you something. Yeah.
John Rhys Davies in Behind the Green Door. Marilyn Chambers.
That's right.
Okay, that's my contract. I'm done. Gonna go do the new Bond film now. James Bond!
He could do any film. I love that. We could even take him back into yesteryear. I mean, he could play Brando's part in All Along the Waterfront, you know. Mm-hmm. I could have been the contender!
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, that's all you... Yeah.
Or Mommy Dearest. No more wire hangers ever!
Oh my God.
I like that. Even better than Faye Dunaway.
Now I'm looking this guy up because I want to know his filmography.
IMDb it. See what's going on with him.
Let's hit it.
Yeah, let's take a look, shall we?
How old is he?
Oh, he's got to be in his. Got to be in what, mid-60s?
75. 75.
I had him like mid-60s up to upper 60s. Wow.
He's probably 75.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah, he was the dwarf king, right?
He even did a
voice work. There you go. Your voice work.
Of course. But he even did a Fox series for all called Sliders.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you remember that. It's where they can go through time. They found themselves in different,
It started in the early 70s. First, Penny Gold, 1973, rugby player.
Penny!
Yes, Gold. 81, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Sala,
right.
Ivanhoe. Who's in Victor Victoria?
Oh,
I've seen that
Julie
one in years.
Andrews!
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in years.
Yeah, that's Blake Edwards, Victor Victoria.
And James Garner was his name, wasn't he? I want to say he was.
Jimmy Garner?
I want to say he was.
Jimmy?
I
think you're right. I think it is Garner.
King Solomon's Mines.
Richard Chamberlain?
Firewalker. The Living Daylights. General. Oh. No, he was a Russian. He was General Leonid Pushkin in The Living Daylights.
That's the only Russian I've ever heard with a British accent.
Yeah, but I know, but
Yeah.
He wasn't a bad guy. He was one of those good Russian dudes.
Right.
Because there's always the turncoats or the ones where it's kind of like, like Living Daylights 81. It's kind of like, of course I'll help you, Bond. This guy's going to blow up the world with a nuclear bomb. We can't let it happen.
That's right.
Bad idea. Unless we do it.
If it was me, we would not interfere with your elections. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
We don't let nuclear war start unless it's a Russian sub.
Hunt for Red October. Yeah. Right, unless it's something like that.
Yeah. Living Daylights.
Wow.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Sala comes back up. Rising Storm, the 00 Kid, Lost World. That's, was that Jurassic Park?
The only issue I had with Indiana Jones
Cyborg Cop. The guy just
Last Crusade. The only issue I had with that is in the first two movies, Denholm Elliott was a scholar, very serious.
I like him too.
Played a good role. In the third one, he was like the comic foil, the scatterbrain sort of. And I just like, nah, come on, you changed his gig a little bit. But I get it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. The anniversary of what was the Fellowship of the Ring? Just like it.
Oh, the first one.
Well, it says the Fellowship of the Ring is 2001.
Wow, yeah.
So we're coming up on that.
Wow, that's 2001. Crazy.
Yeah, Two Towers, yep. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, 2003.
It seems like yesterday.
Jungle Book 2. Excuse me. Sorry, I might have to.
The funny thing is, whenever
Aquaman, he was in Aquaman.
Oh yeah, he was one of the Atlanteans. He like the elder sort of statesman sort of thing. I think he
Brian King.
Yeah, that's
voice.
Yeah, that's it. Man, I'm still marveling. 2001 seems like yesterday.
Yeah, he's in a lot of movies.
Yeah,
he must have a lot of alimony. That's usually how that works.
I'm on my fourth wife.
Yes. Oh man, sorry if I do a weird cough or whatever. It's
coronavirus.
Yeah, Julie Andrews, James Garner, Robert Preston, Leslie Ann Warren, Alex Karras, and John Rhys Davis, Victor Victoria.
Wow. Excellent.
Remember that was a big one.
Yeah.
82 British American musical comedy, directed by Blake Edwards. Sorry, Julie Andrews.
You're dressed up like a man.
Yeah. So Paramount Pictures. Yeah, Paramount is. Who is? Viacom, CBS. So that's the whole thing. Viacom owns them, and now Viacom, CBS reemerged. Yeah. So yeah, it would be Godfather. So it'll be the next. It'll be next season of Picard. Go down to it makes sense. You could actually write that and make that work.
Well, didn't he bring in Kirk in that one?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You bring in Indiana Jones.
What's the name? Piece of the Action.
Yeah.
Episode Piece of the Action from the original series where they go down to the planet.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, yeah.
I can't remember. They're Theria or whatever they called them, and they're highly influential.
Bella somebody.
Yeah, highly influential culture, and the early Federation explorers went there and before the Prime Directive, and they met them and studied them. They were pre-warp culture, and then they accidentally left the book, The Gangs of New York, down there.
Yeah.
And so the Enterprise comes back to check in on him, and it's like 1920s bootlegging.
Yeah.
You gotta go Bella Oxmus.
Right.
And I can't remember the other guy.
Right, yeah.
And Kirk has that great thing. It's like, here's what we're gonna do. Like, he gets into the role. You know?
Does he go full, like, Edward G. Robinson?
Yeah.
There?
Well, he gets, it's like, you are gonna come here with me. Because they steal their phasers and their tech.
Right.
And they're like, hey, if we get this, we can run this town. These little heaters here, we can run this town. Remember?
Yeah.
That's a great episode.
Yeah, I DVR'd it, and I get on my DVR. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I got to do that. I got
one of the classic tracks.
Yeah.
So next season, we could mash up that storyline from TOS. I'm giving them bad ideas, by the way, because the people who produce Star Trek are a series of bad ideas. But they could take that, and then that whole thing, and then Picard, Jean-Luc Picard, and then The Godfather.
Right. How would we write that? Let me think here.
I don't know, but
guys, now I can understand like if we did Star Wars, that's
they'll
easy,
figure it out.
Empire versus Empire, but
Star Wars isn't.
But then
that's Disney.
Star Trek though.
Yeah, no, it would work. Like, Michael, come here, Michael. To beam up.
That's right.
Like, who are you? I'm Jean-Luc Picard. The USS Enterprise.
Number one.
Yeah. You know? They could have at least, you know what? I guess in a couple episodes in, he has a ragtag crew, like, kind of like from the Firefly, from the Serenity days. Like, it's pretty, people have been kind of calling it Picard meets Firefly.
Oh, boy.
And, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Firefly. That was a good series, but it's not exactly. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, I'll watch it and I'll judge it. I've seen some things that looked okay, but a lot of things it's like, whatever. I'm not holding out hope. But you could, you know, he like could I don't know. He could get, like, they should have got the crew back together.
Yeah.
Like okay.
You need Data.
Well, Data is in it for like
the 2 seconds,
first episode
though.
or whatever, dream sequence or whatever. But who, like, if you're going to see Jean-Luc Picard, he's back. He's 90 years old. He's going on his adventure. Who doesn't want to see Worf?
Yeah.
And Geordi LaForge. And Beverly Crusher. You know? Beverly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Will Wheaton could
and even shut up, Wesley. You know, just give us one of those, right?
Wesley Crusher.
Yeah. I mean, Wesley's like 52, and it's like, shut up, Wesley.
He's still like a midshipman, you know. He's not even an ensign yet.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, that's what we want to see, right?
Yeah.
Picard.
Yes.
Oh, you see Worf.
We want to see,
you know,
Picard. He's the franchise, right?
But we want to see those other guys. So apparently, like episode or two in, they ask him, they go, hey, don't you want to get Worf and Geordi and them to help you out on this mission? He's like, no, after those. You know, it's like, dude, what are you talking about, man?
Right.
That was your crew.
We need Michael Corleone for this. Yeah.
No, it's like, you know, I want some woman living in a trailer park at Vasquez Rocks, smoking a vape. Like, literally, that's one of the characters. It's like, you know, I mean, some scuzzy captain, you know. I mean, although I think that most people tend to like the new captain character, the guy who has the Firefly ship. Yeah. But anyway, and everyone's like, come on, man. Dude, get the band back together. You know?
Right. You want a reunion.
I mean, those movies, the Star Trek original series, when they made those movies, they didn't go, oh, no, Kirk wasn't like, oh, I don't need bones or spot. It's like, no, come on,
you had
come on
to
with
have,
me. You know?
Right.
We've got to save some whales, Spock.
That's right.
All right.
Get us to the nuclear vessels.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, get the nuclear vessels.
And then Scotty, there be whales.
Yeah. You know, you didn't, Kirk may have had like a big role in it, but you still had Uhura, you still had Scotty.
And you had that Nimoy.
You had
doing nothing without
everybody.
Spock. Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like, Yeah, that's the first part that I have a problem with.
Because I want those guys.
I want to see what Worf is up to. You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess, okay, so in the previews for the series, they had Riker and Troy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They I don't know. It was weird. They had Riker and Troy.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess they still haven't appeared yet. So we don't know
in what capacity they're going to.
But there was a scene or whatever, and like there was a thing where they're sitting by a river. You know, nothing's in space either. They're like by a river in, you know.
Yeah, when
California.
are we going to get to the Enterprise? When are we going to get this?
No,
no. We need it though.
You don't get any of that stuff.
I don't want to be.
Get 7 of 9.
Tune in to watch them by the river.
7 of 9.
I don't want to see them by the river.
By the way, I like 7 of 9.
Yeah.
I like Jerry Ryan.
Yeah.
She's a great actor, actually. I think she did great on Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like she does real good in this, whether or not you like what they did with her character or whatever. She looks, and then she's a fine-looking lady.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with Jerry.
But I don't want to watch if they're just down by the river. Look, I caught a trout.
Yo, yeah. No, I want to see Worf and Geordi.
Yeah.
Especially Geordi.
Yeah.
They don't even. What about Guinan? They don't even got Guinan. Although he went on The View, Picard.
Yeah.
Not really Picard. Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, how about you could come on the next season of Picard?"
Oh.
Because Whoopi Goldberg is like The View.
Yeah.
She's like the master of ceremonies of The View or whatever.
Pretty much her and what, Joy Behar?
Joey, I can't watch that crap. But is that the one with Megan McCain?
Yeah.
Is that John McCain's daughter?
Yes.
Yeah.
They bring her on just to have this, turn it into MMA.
No offense. You know. Hey, I like Whoopi Goldberg.
No, yeah.
I love her. But I don't really care about anyone's political shows or anything.
Don't care.
You know?
Yeah.
I put The View up there with my must-watch with Joe and Mika.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
No,
thank you.
Yeah. I just, when I heard
it's fine.
The Clash and stuff, I just like, you're just doing it just to, because you're, it's like poking a bear, right? You want conflict, just go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Maybe when Chris Matthews gets fired from MSNBC, we can get him a gig on The View.
Oh, could you imagine? No, ABC ain't going to let that guy on the air, you know. Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about, Whoopi!
Right. What?
Chris Matthews.
Yeah.
I'm here with Whoopi Goldberg. And Megan McCain.
And then they go to a break, and then the seat's empty when they come back because they've gotten rid of them that show, you know. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't even do that to The View.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a clown show. Exactly. I have more respect for Whoopi than that.
Right. I had more respect for the show when it first came out.
Yeah, it was
with the very first lineup. It was like light banter, you know.
That's kind of what happened.
Let's bring in Hollywood stars. Let's talk to them, and we'll talk about this. We'll talk about that.
It's kind of Ellen-ish, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
Ellen with just 3 more people involved, and that was cool because you'd bring on sports guys, you'd bring on actors, comedians, music people, and it was lighthearted, but Whoopi would banter back and forth them because she's a Hollywood insider, and so you'd get kind of a cool conversation with them, right? Now you just get like, Megan McCain will say something inflammatory because that's what you're going for, I guess, if you're a producer of The View. You, at this point, you're like poking the bear with sticks. You want conflict, and
that's why.
That's why I quit watching.
Be a great fit for Chris Matthews.
Right. Matthews.
Honk, I'm a clown. Sorry.
Matthews. McCain.
If you haven't figured out already, not a fan of Chris Matthews.
Yeah.
Have not, and it's, what, with me, it's nothing new. Like, I'm not the kind of guy who comes on like one week and go, oh, Chris Matthews, controversy, everyone's on top of it, jump on that bandwagon. No. I felt that way about Chris Matthews for many years. Many years. People were like, but Doc Corona.
Smooth.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, well, aren't you liberal? It's like, yes, I am.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I think necessarily talking heads from whatever station are credible and,
Right.
Anyway.
I mean, pundits.
I'm just putting it out there, okay?
If your poster boy for liberalism is pundits, you're going to lose elections.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if... I don't even know if there's any pundits I really like anymore. I can't think
interesting.
Yeah. But Whoopi.
If you want to see Doc Corona throw the coffee cup, all I gotta do is say, "Yeah, but what about Chuck Todd?"
Oh God.
What? It's like dead men don't wear plaid if you say he's cleaning woman. Chuck Todd. Next thing you know.
Actually, yeah. I don't know. I had high hopes for him.
Chuck Todd?
Yeah.
He seems like a very bright guy.
Yeah.
And he seems...
Years back.
Yeah.
I mean, and when he took over the Meet the Press early on,
right?
I was kind of like,
breathing new life into it.
Yeah, but now it's like, yeah. It's like, but Chris Matthews is a clown. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's been a clown for a long time.
Well, I don't think it's going to take...
Actually, I had the perfect...
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna do some... If I would have prepared this thing, I would have put some visuals here.
Yes.
But I think Chris Matthews and David Brooks would make the perfect clown show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, David Brooks.
Yeah.
And again, that's not new. Like everyone jumps on the bandwagon now. David Brooks is like, have you been listening to them for years and years and years? I have.
Well,
believe me.
The good news is
honk,
if
honk.
you're so inclined, if it's good news to you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to take Doc Carnac to predict the end is near for Chris Matthews with the news that just broke today. I think,
especially Doc Carnac, it's Doc Corona.
Smooth. So yeah, I think he's about done. I think MSNBC.
Know. Who knows?
If you look funny on MSNBC, they'll run you because they're very sensitive. They got rid of.
I don't know.
He's actually an academic. Jason Johnson. He's a academic, and he said some kind of harsh things about the Sanders campaign.
Yeah, let me tell you about a guy named Brian Williams.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'd like to think everyone deserves a fifth chance.
Okay.
Whatever.
I just none of that stuff is credible anymore. And this is not, this is not like...
well, I do like Rachel.
Dude, the
like
one
Rachel,
holdout, the one kind of semi-holdout...
Okay.
...that really kind of, sort of, was somewhat fair and balanced is gone from Fox News.
Oh, Shep Smith.
Shep Smith.
I liked him.
Yeah, he's gone.
Him and Chris Wallace is kind of like...
Is Chris Wallace gone too?
I think he's still there.
Yeah.
But he literally is the last.
Yeah. I mean, look,
anyway.
After the last... Oh, that was weird. After the last election, man, it's like... I barely watched those debates. I want to fight about Star Wars and Star Trek.
That's right.
That's what we do in America.
That's a real political battle, okay?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But
screw the donkey or the elephant. Let's go Star Wars and Star Trek.
Think about this.
That's real stuff. Yeah.
So this is getting lukewarm reception. Yeah, there's the people who I love Picard, right? And then there's a lot of people who will defend like, and the numbers, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, but it should be like people are like, this should be like huge, right? Jean-Luc Picard is back.
Well, remember the buzz when they had when they announced it and had that first trailer.
Yeah.
The buzz was huge. Oh my God, this is going to be great.
Back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. I think the reason it's not that is you didn't bring back Everybody. You need Worf. You need Geordi. You need Beverly. You need Guinan. Because you always need to have that scene where it's like, Guinan, I don't know what to do. Well, Jean-Luc, my favorite. Well, there's so many great Guinan. Okay, so this whole Picard. Do you know what it's based on? This story, kind of. Yeah, sort of.
No.
It's based on.
I know they need him for something though.
Yeah. Okay.
So they bring him out of.
So it's kind of based on Data-ish storyline.
Okay.
Data's dead, you know.
Don't tell me.
Well,
about
no,
Brent Spiner.
Well, did you see that last Star Trek movie?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it was like, yeah.
No.
I mean, no spoiler alert, but Data doesn't make it in the last movie.
Yeah, but in Hollywood, no one really dies. I mean, you can die.
I know. Well, that's the thing.
You know.
Then they found another Data android in that movie.
Soap operas.
Did you ever see that?
No.
Nemesis?
No, I refuse to watch it.
Yeah.
Because it was like an end game sort of thing, kind of, and I wanted to live on, so I'm bad at. It's hard to say goodbye.
It's so not. I don't think it's the best Star Trek Generations movie.
Yeah, there are movies that I will not watch on principle.
I honestly think the original series crew movies as a whole. I know Star Trek V and stuff, but as a whole are generally mostly better than the Next Generation movies. But they have their moments. The problem is I am such a fan that I still have them. I will watch them.
Sure.
I mean, I will see, I'll give Star Trek a lot of leeway. Right. Until I started watching the new kind of Star Trek stuff, and it's like, guys, what are you doing, man?
And if you want to see some of that footage, just go back on the NuzBox page there on YouTube. Just go back and watch some past ever. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did,
some real time stuff, yeah. Well, it deserved to. It was during real time and stuff was going south, and well,
I did.
You know.
I did an episode where I sort of lost it a bit.
Well, you it was very therapeutic. You just, you let it out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But even in the Generations movie, there's good scenes and there's stuff. It's sort of like you could take the movies, re-edit them into one movie. Right, clip that. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. Oh, that's a good Picard scene. Save that. So and so Nemesis is like one of those where it's like, there's good acting. It's interesting. I like the opening of it. The opening's real good because it has the Romulans. And
I'm a sucker for the Romulans. Yeah.
Well, now the Romulans are a big thing in this Picard. So it's all of that. It's basically stuff that happened in this Nemesis movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or the J.J. Abrams movies. Right? Because, spoiler alert, Romulus got blown up.
Yeah.
They blew up everything. They blew up Vulcan. They blew up Romulus. It's like you can't just do that all the time.
Didn't they remember
key characters.
The Undiscovered Country too? Jim, they're dying. Yeah, let them die.
But they didn't die though.
No, they saved them. But
that was Star Trek, the Federation.
Right.
And anybody who argues this point with me, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Kirk had a good reason to not like the Klingons.
Listen, they killed his kid.
He had, and it was in the movie. It was in the script. Okay, not to say, and that was a great progression of a character. So everyone's like, wow, Kirk is this and this and that. No, he's a very, very intelligent, very about the Federation and the principles. The one time he falters is that.
Yeah, because it's personal.
It's personal. Yeah. I mean, Klingons have killed his crew members.
Yeah.
He has fought the Klingons, killed his crew members, killed his son.
Yeah.
He had a good reason.
Right, yeah.
And yet he still went to the table with them.
Yeah.
And that's good writing. That's good writing.
It was good writing.
Because he had skin in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Spock didn't.
No.
Spock didn't. Spock was like, dude, I'm an ambassador. We're just going to make this happen. And Kirk's like, dude, you're talking to Klingons, right? I kind of have a personal thing with them.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. When that movie was made, right? And
Undiscovered Country?
Yes.
Star Trek 6?
Yes. So we have to look up the release date. But I want to say that it came out around the time of the fall of the Soviet Union.
Yes, it did. And
so I found a lot of those parallel themes between, how do we treat the Russians now?
I can't remember. I'll give you the date exactly, but it was 1991.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. No, the whole parallel, the whole storyline was the perestroika and the fall, and that was the whole worked in storyline. And not only that, you had the Kirk personal thing, which was really well done, but then you actually had people who couldn't get over their bigotry on both sides.
Right.
Remember?
The Cold Warriors who couldn't, who couldn't accept.
Plummer and his buddies.
Let's slip the dogs of war.
And, what's her name? Kim Cattrall.
Yes.
Kim Cattrall. Lots of fans like Kim Cattrall as Falcon. Polaris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just couldn't accept, the new landscape and things were changing. You can't trust them.
And Brock, what's his name? He played Sisko's dad, too. Great actor. General Cartwright, I think it was. Okay. Oh, he's got that great line in the beginning. The guy is like, we can't let they'll become the trash of the galaxy. I just love that line. There's so much in that movie that you just like, the lines. I mean, it's, what's his name? Nicholas Meyer.
You can't do this, they'll become the honey boo-boo of the galaxy.
He's got that great line. I mean, Nicholas Meyer, man. Mm-hmm. The Wrath of Khan. That was his second Star Trek movie.
Right, but I love it though. Write. You're right. I love it when Kirk goes off though, because it's one of his more human moments.
Yeah, he falters. I mean, his principles go down in that. But the thing is you buy it with that character's story.
Well, yeah.
And at the end of the day, his principles do win out.
Yeah, his better judge, better angel, the better angels of our nature. But. I like that part, Bones was pressing them, but Jim, they're dying,
Yeah.
Hey, let them die,
Yeah.
Saying,
Yeah.
But
no, I mean, and that's fine. That's good,
I think that's good character development, man.
Okay, so here's what they're doing with the Picard thing, right?
Yeah.
What's it about? Data's dead. Okay, so there's a Data thing.
Yeah.
The Romulans are now refugees because their homeworld blew up in the new Star Trek since the 2000s, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
So now they're refugees,
which
people are having problems with, which I have a problem with. Romulan star, as people have pointed out, the Romulan star empire.
Yeah.
That's not just like, hey, we're just hanging out here. They had a star empire.
So they would just go somewhere else.
Yeah. They had better ships, if you remember.
Yeah.
They had better ships than the Federation had in the Next Generation.
So what happened to their empire then? Did it shrink like the British Empire?
Well, it got blown up. It got blown up by a supernova, which, of course, everyone points out. If you were in the future, you would pretty much know. Like now, we don't know. Hey, Betelgeuse could go supernova. Well, we don't know. We're light years away. We don't. We don't know. We don't have that. But if you're a spacefaring society, you kind of would have an inkling. And not only that. There's distance called light years, so if something blows up over here, you got so much time to prepare because it's coming your way because it's hundreds of light years away or how many light years away.
Right. You get all the time to go into warp speed to get up close to observe it and kind of figure out what the heck's going on and report back. And,
But no, it destroyed their empire somehow, and now they're refugees. Like, how does that happen to the Romulan star empire?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess you could. I guess you could explain it in the story. I wouldn't fall down too much on that story. I wouldn't get too crazy with it. You could explain it, but the whole thing is like, but explain it. Give us some more detail.
Backstory,
well, the backstory with the Klingons was perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's their moon. That's where they get all their energy.
Yeah.
It's an environmental disaster. It's like climate change, really. It's going to destroy them and their economy. But it was like, but what did they say? They said in the beginning of that movie, in 50 years. It wasn't like tomorrow. Yeah. It was like, our projections say the Klingon Empire will collapse in 50 years. And then the generals are like, what do you expect the Starfleet generals to go, okay.
Sure.
We won. And it's like, but guys, that's not the Federation, remember? Federation of planets. We all work together and try not to kill each other,
Yeah.
That's how we started this thing, So, I mean, that made sense.
But then you got Cartwright, they'll become the trash.
Well, but you're going to have guys like that in the
Hawks and the Doves.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, but it was like a 50-year thing. It was like, you know, we have to plan for it now because it'll happen later. But this is not, we don't get that with this Romulan Picard thing.
It just is, and you have to
well,
accept
and then what all these companies do, like Disney and all of them now, is like, well, if you read the 4-series prequel comic book, you'll get all that background. It's like, how about you just put it on the page in the script and put it in the story?
Yeah.
Because homie doesn't want to buy your crappy digital comic books.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, but you gotta learn. It's like, no. It didn't used to be that way. Anything back in the old days, you would learn everything you needed to learn about the Federation or Starfleet or whatever in the TV show. Now, if you wanted to go off and buy the Starfleet technical manual and figure out how a phaser works, that's fine. It's not important to the story.
Right, or the Klingon to English dictionary. Yeah, because there are people who learn the language of Klingon.
I know. So, I mean, you can do that, but it's not, you don't have to do that to enjoy the story and have the story make sense.
Right.
But you got to put those details in there. And that was always, you know, and here's what's brilliant about Star Trek. You know how they got away with those details? How did they always put those details in their episodes in the story? It was a brilliant mechanism. Stardate, blah, 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 captain's log. And he'd tell you what they were like. The Omicrons have been at war with the Bird for 10 centuries. We're going there to negotiate a treaty because the dilithium crystals on the neutral zone. We need to get to it before the Romulans do. Boom! Story. Now we know what's going on in the story. Right?
You caught up to speed.
It's like film noir, right?
Yeah.
It's like when he comes out, it's like, you know, Herman Muchler.
Right. Erstwhile jazz drummer Herman Muchler.
Herman Muchler.
The Mooch.
Is secretly an agent for General Stuppen.
That's right.
All right, this is some
General
background.
von Stuppen.
Yeah, Stuppen. No, that's how you set up the story.
Right.
So now you know what the stakes are, you know what the background is, how the Federation or whatever. Maybe you got a little, maybe it's like, well, what do you think, Beverly? And she'd be like, Jean-Luc, if we let them die, we won't have ferns for the Federation children's show or something. You know, I mean, it was like, I see, Beverly.
We must have ferns.
Yeah.
And then you put John Rice Davies in there. We're ferns!
Does that mean we need to cancel Captain Picard Day? Postpone it at least. But yeah, there's no, like, dude, how many people would be jumping on buying that CBS and watching it if they could see Worf?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Geordi, Beverly, Guinan.
Of course, maybe that's why it's not on CBS.
Yeah.
On the air.
You'd be like, I gotta watch The Crew.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be sitting there every episode waiting for, shut up, Wesley. You know, you'd be like, yes, yeah.
Go to your room. You know, I can't, I'm 38, you know.
Oh, he's like in his 50s. Like
Wesley Crusher? Yeah, I guess he is, yeah.
He's like, maybe not. Maybe he's like, he's 4. I don't know. He's
okay,
like,
how about, I'm 48.
He's like generally our age, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like.
Go to your room.
I'm a middle-aged man, Captain. I don't care.
Kids.
Shut up, Wesley.
Send your kids to their room too. You know.
Beverly, back me up here.
Number one, make it so.
Exactly. I mean, if Data's dead, you don't have Data, but you can have everybody else.
Yeah, but I love Data, man. Like,
I know.
It's Android. Rebuild them.
Well,
come on, rebuild Data. I want, hey, all right, I got new parts. I'm great.
So, okay, so the show. So there's that with the Romulans. Oh, and guess what? The Borg are back too. Okay, guys.
I never liked the Borg.
Okay, I do, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Kind of, you ran that storyline into the ground. I mean, we had the Borg in Next Generation.
Yeah.
Where they were introduced.
Yeah.
We had Locutus and all that. We had arguably, I'm sorry, the best Next Generation movie First Contact,
Okay.
which is all based on the Borg and a Borg queen and all that, right?
Yeah.
It's a widely entertaining movie. Some people are like, well, it's not like Next Generation. Yeah, but it did well as a movie. It had action pack, the Borg, Picard, all that stuff.
Isn't that a one shot? It's not like a one shot or one trick pony thing.
Yeah.
Because resistance is futile.
Yeah.
No, they resisted it, and you're,
Yeah. So you have all that, right?
Yeah.
No Deep Space Nine that I recall. But then you get to Voyager, 7 of 9, huge. Like if you watch, then you really get the Borg because you have a character. You have 7 of 9. You have all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have all that, right? Going back to the well for the Borg, for Picard.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, we've done it. We've done it. You could like do a little side thing in one episode and go, I remember when you looked cutest? Yes, I killed millions as Locutus, but I'm over it now. Have some Picard wine. You know what I mean?
Picard wine.
You know what I mean? Get over it.
Right. If you want to, flashback.
Yeah.
But
don't be like a Jimmy Kirk and hold a grudge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, but the first time Picard gets in trouble, who does he send for? James Tiberius Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
And he shows up there. Because I mean, you get the cerebral, you get the cerebral and verbal assassin, but you need the meat and potatoes, kick butt James T. Kirk to show up.
Don't talk to the fans about that one.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, talk about a can of worms of the generations.
No.
Although it had some good stuff in it. Mm-hmm. To me, the space opium den, the Nexus, I love that. I loved it. One of my favorite scenes in movies is when Picard goes to Guinan and Guinan goes, the Nexus. Yeah, you'll never get out of the Nexus. And you're like, wow, it's a space opium den. All your desires, you'll just never get out of it. And I'm like, this lady knows, right? It's like, and he's like, and then he goes to the Nexus and he's like, I'm on the Nexus, and it's like, Papa, Papa. And it's Dickinson Christmas, and it's like, remember?
Yeah.
Picard has the family, and Papa.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It's just like
the
this
idyllic sort of,
like this insane family setting where you're like, this is Picard's fantasy. A Charles Dickens Christmas. It's just like the little girls with the curls and stuff.
I know, but to most people, they're like,
cousin, Papa.
Yeah, most people are like,
just like,
he's British. Of course, that's what he's saying. Yeah, Papa.
But I mean,
come sit on my knee. I will tell you a story. Yeah,
the Nexus should have been
thank you.
Yeah, a real American Christmas. I didn't get my train done.
Right. Right.
I need some eggnog, honey. The spiked kind. Now. Like a real Christmas.
In-laws weren't coming. Yeah.
Jean-Luc, if we don't go to the mall and pick up that present for your sister, we are screwed. And we've got to do it now. It's a day before Christmas Eve. Jean-Luc. I mean, that's the real Christmas.
Right.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to go. Boston Pops are on.
Yes. I have 2 weeks off, and I get this shit.
Damn vacation. Yeah.
Guinan saved me from the Nexus. This is not fun. I mean, that would be a real Christmas. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, he's British. He's going for the old...
But I just dig that. That's one of my favorite scenes is when he sits down with Guinan and it's like, what is the Nexus? And she's like, it's like... and you're like... Oh, wow. She knows. I mean, it's like, you're never going to want to leave.
No, she's been, she's partied down in there, man.
Yeah, and you're like, ooh. Ooh. Well, she did, I mean, that was the whole thing. She experienced the Nexus, man.
Went there for a bachelorette party back in 2008. Oh, my God.
Yeah. You're never going to want to come back. And then you see Kirk, and Kirk's like, I love Kirk's Nexus moment, right? Mm-hmm. He's in the space opium. I call it the space opium den because, all your desire, Yeah. Kirk's Nexus is he's riding horses, chopping wood. He's like, what, about 70? And his 30-year-old girlfriend is calling up to him from the bedroom.
Right.
Antonia. It's like, dude, this lady certainly could be your daughter and maybe your granddaughter. You're in the Nexus, baby.
Right.
I mean, Kirk, you gotta figure Kirk's got like Nexus Viagra, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love it
sorry
though.
about the cough.
Now,
Like
if he's chopping wood and he's on
Oh,
horses,
he is chopping wood.
he's chopping wood. And
This is the day I'm gonna go up and tell Antonia I'm going to marry her. It's like,
yeah.
just after she passes her GED.
Oh,
I'm serious,
man.
dude. Watch that movie. You're like, dude.
What do you mean I gotta meet her father? You know?
he's like,
Kirk,
he's
James T.
Shatner's like pushing 70 in that movie, and we never really see Antonia.
Yeah.
I think we see her from a distance on a horse.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Like Kirk's Nexus isn't, oh yes, we went to the VFW and had a dance with my mature lady. No. It's like, it's like, hey, I'm a retired Starfleet admiral. You know, oh, I just graduated from the academy.
So that's
under 17.
That's his own mid-age
bad.
crisis, right? That's his own midlife thing. He's, I'll give me a
he ain't getting
girlfriend.
out of the Nexus. He's like,
right. How are we gonna get Kirk out of the Nexus? He's just, oh my God.
That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, and so I have a problem with that.
Okay.
Because, see, now here's a Star Trek problem.
Okay.
We just should talk Star Trek all the time.
I know the people love it.
Yeah. But here is a story problem with that.
Okay.
What did Kirk love most?
What did Kirk love most? Well,
what did Kirk love most?
Well, he was a very physical guy.
Yeah, but what did he love most? I mean, you get it in the original series. What
did he love most? Wow.
He loved his ship and the crew.
Okay.
He loved his event. I mean,
all right. Work was his life. I get it. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he
I was thinking of like more on the hobby sort of. What do you love most?
Dude. You ain't got no hobbies when you're out seeking out new life and new civilization. Boldly go.
That's true.
Me, Captain Kirk.
That's true. The Prime Directive does not address any hobbies. That's very true. Yeah, but they did throw at the multi-level chess. They had that.
Yeah.
And then they had the holodeck.
Until there was a red alert. I mean, Kirk's just sitting there waiting for a red alert. It's like, hasn't been a red alert in a while. God, this multi-level chess is boring. Red alert. Oh, good. Fuck, we gotta go. I live for this.
I could see him though be like he's like testing red alert tests. Every day almost. Okay, just checking.
He loved his job, man.
Yeah.
Kirk loved his job, and he never really. I mean, yeah, there's some backstory about Dr. Marcus and the kid and all that stuff. Yeah. But then he's like, I stayed away. He told me. I mean, it's
but what about the green lady from Nebulon 5?
Well, I don't think he ever slept.
Well,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff
about
a little
innuendo,
who he actually did, and there's this whole thing, and somebody said that they blame Chris Rock for this. Oh no, not Chris Rock. I'm sorry, Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy's routine about Kirk years ago, not Chris, Eddie Murphy. And when you go back and you actually watch the real episodes, he's not as much of a womanizer as you think. He does kind of fall in love, I think, in an episode or so.
There's been a few where he like makes out a little bit.
But he's mostly duty. Well, and some of them it's just out of, I think he gets with and makes out with a Romulan or something like that, but it's part of the undercover or something like that.
And the one where...
And then there's a mirror universe, and that's Mirror Kirk. So Mirror Kirk is different.
Right.
That's not real Kirk. That's Mirror Kirk.
No. That's true.
So you can't count Mirror Kirk.
No.
So I mean, it's like he's not. I mean, he's really dedicated. Look. Here's
okay.
When they make the movies, and he's old and he's Admiral Kirk.
Yeah.
What do they accuse him of? You just couldn't wait to get out here and get the Enterprise again and get in the chair, right?
You'll break every rule just to get behind the helm again.
Exactly. That's what he loves.
Yeah.
That's what he cares about.
And didn't in one movie they bust him back down to captain just so he could be a, Starfleet? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he even gives a speech to one of those like, I think it's in Generations. I think it's the Picard. He goes, never let him promote you. Never go sit in the back of the Admiral. Once you're out of that chair, you know what I mean? That's what Kirk loved, man.
Yeah. That was his thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's like in a cabin with, one of his granddaughter's friends that he's dating.
And she's home from college,
Yeah, she's definitely, Antonia's definitely home from college.
Yeah.
From the academy, xenobiology,
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe she has...
Maybe it's a sweet, like, if Antonia, I'm pretty sure it's Antonia, marries retired Admiral Captain Kirk, that might be a sweet pension you might inherit.
Sure. I mean, hey, listen, Tony Randall married a very young woman.
Well, people do. People have that thing.
Hugh Hefner?
I mean, it's like you're kind of like, how's Kirk's health? It's like, I give him 5 years and then I get his sweet pension and life insurance. Starfleet life insurance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got a sweet pension plan.
Yeah.
The 401k in the Starfleet's probably just beautiful.
In a system that has no money.
Right.
But so that's a little kind of weird in Generations that Kirk that was his nexus.
Yeah.
Like Picard, I guess I could see it because that's what Picard gave up. But even then, it just didn't make sense.
I don't know.
It did, that from kind of a character story, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kirk. I mean, in Generations, the opening scene, which I do like, is where he's dedicating the Enterprise B.
Okay.
At the beginning, and the Nexus thing comes in there, right? And in the whole thing, they have the new captain of the Enterprise, the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What's his name? What's his friend's name?
The guy from
Cameron. Yeah. Cameron is the captain of the Enterprise B. Cameron. And every time you see it, it's like, it's Cameron.
Where's Ferris?
Yeah, where's Ferris?
On the side of the Enterprise is going to save Ferris.
Yeah. And then they're, no, we don't have torpedoes. We don't have this. We'll get those installed on Tuesday. And Kirk keeps getting up like he's ready to go to that chair and say, Kobayashi Maru, just give me that chair. I'll be ordering people around. We're going to save the ship. And I love it because you see him and Scotty's just eyeballing him the whole time, right? Like he's just their VIP, right?
Yeah.
In the back. Right? And he's just like keeps doing this and this, and Cameron's like, oh, okay, and he's looking back at Kirk, right? And Scotty at one point looks in and goes, is there something wrong with your chair, sir? I love that. Because that to me is Kirk.
Yeah.
Like he's like, dude,
he's workaholic, man. He wants to get
I'm a captain.
Yeah.
Well, he knows how to save these people.
Right.
He knows what to do. Dude, if you're in a dust up somewhere in a spaceship,
yeah.
You want Captain Kirk to be
you want him...
Just don't be a red shirt, though.
No.
Security,
no, because if you're like Ensign Jenkins, you're not coming back from the planet, dude.
But I love that. I love that, and that shows you. And then finally Cameron is like a little bit over his head, and he's like, Admiral Kirk, I'd appreciate any advice you have. And Kirk's like, yeah! Okay, you gotta get in here. Do this. Oh, we don't have that. Okay, use the deflectors. Do this. Kirk's like,
Oh yeah, he's been there, done that.
He's not like with Antonia, but I guess that's how he gets with Antonia. Once you get in the Nexus,
you never leave.
You never want to leave.
What happens in the Nexus stays in the Nexus.
Yeah. You're never gonna want to leave. Let me tell you about Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
He always wanted to be a spaceship captain. But you know what?
He's got desires.
He started dating a girl right out of college, and well, so much for space captaining.
Right.
Anyway, I mean...
I'm trying to think what her major would be.
There's a difference between him and Antonia, but he doesn't want to leave the Nexus either. That's what she says. She says, you got to meet another captain who doesn't want to leave the Nexus either. Thank you, Guinan. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think Mike Guinan and Picard are pretty
I think so.
not bad.
Yeah.
I like Guinan. I love so this whole Picard. So there's all of that, and then there's an episode of Next Generation that they've kind of based some of the backstory on.
Okay.
And it's
Gotcha.
The Measure of a Man.
Ooh.
And so instead of watching it, I'm waiting until this year. I will probably binge watch it and give my own thing when it's done, because I'm not going to pay them for months and months. I'm sorry.
No.
I already did that with the last series, and I was like, oh man.
I remember that. Yeah.
But I will watch them through.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's some good parts to it too. To be fair, we'll see. I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think you should have just got the band back together.
Sure. Reunion. We need a reunion.
I mean, you want to see Worf, dude.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Worf?
Who knows? See, I don't know. There's always like he kind of was. And here's the other thing. The last episode of TNG, we saw Old Man Picard. We saw what happened to him in the old age. We went through like this Billy Pilgrim, Slaughterhouse-5 sort of episode where we saw him at the moments in his life all kind of mashed up together. Gotcha. So we saw old Worf.
Yeah.
He was like on some trash compacting planet or something. He was again disavowed from the Klingon. They had something, I can't remember, but it was like, oh yeah, Worf. Well, he's kind of out of favor with the Klingon Empire. So he's like some backwater governor of some like planet. The Klingons a trash planet or something. He's like,
poor Worf.
What do you want? What do you want, Captain Picard? And he's got like long hair, and he's just like, oh man, this isn't gonna help me. You know, my Worf isn't very good.
Worf.
But anyway, yeah, and so The Measure of a Man was I can't remember, second season, I think. Anyway, I looked it up and I rewatched it, and it's one of those damn great classic episodes of The Next Generation. It is mostly a talk episode, because it's the one where the guy shows up and he goes, I want to take ownership of Data, and I'm going to tear them apart, and I'm going to make a whole bunch of Datas. And they have a court case, and I totally forgot the lady, the judge advocate general who presides. Oh yeah, she and Picard had a backstory.
Well.
I forgot about that.
Well.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Like, it didn't sound like it went well.
No?
Yeah.
Didn't end well, huh?
No. Well, it's like she court-martialed him for his last command, and she tells him, she goes, you know, that's standard procedure. I had to do that. When you lose a starship, there's a court-martial procedure for the captain or whatever. And he's like, you could have gone easy on me. Are you talking about the court case, or are you talking about...
Oh, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hey.
Exactly. It was sort of like that.
Hey, now.
But anyway, so they do this thing, and they have this court case to decide whether Data has rights or if he's just a machine. It's a classic episode, Measure of a Man. Okay. It's a great episode. Yeah, and Riker, they have you go watch it on Netflix.
All right.
And you know, I rewatched it the other day because of this Picard thing, and I came away, I was like, damn, that's a good episode of television. That is TNG. That's Star Trek.
Yeah.
Like all the arguments as to what makes you, and Guinan is in it.
Okay.
And Guinan's the one that gives Picard the idea. Because Guinan, they're sitting there, and he's like, I don't know what to do, because he's trying to defend Data.
Yeah.
Right? Because this guy's going to tear Data apart.
Right.
He's going to kill him. So they can make more Datas.
Yeah, but he ends up dead anyway.
Dude. What are you talking about? You're going to tear Data apart, right? And so the guy, this Bruce Maddox, who is in this new Picard series.
Okay.
And so he goes, he's doing this, and of course Picard has to advocate for Data as like an individual, as a person.
Yeah.
You know? And so then he talks to Guinan, and Guinan gives him kind of like a slavery thing.
Ooh.
He's like, you know, throughout history, there were always lesser individuals who were property, And it's like, and Picard's like, he's like down on his luck. He's drinking his tea at 10:40, and then all of a sudden, Picard's like, bing.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about, Gaiden. You're talking about slavery. By Janet, you've given me the idea, Gaiden.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was great. It was a great episode. Great episode. Fantastic episode.
Okay, I gotta watch that tonight.
No, it's great. It's great. Well, I'm telling you the whole episode. Well,
maybe I don't have to watch it tonight.
Yeah. No, I won't tell you the whole episode.
Okay.
No, watch it though. It's when you go, oh man, this is when the next generation, when you were like, oh, and you talk about it for a while. Wasn't that thing about Data really good? Like, because it made you think about, because Data is a machine. He is an android.
Yeah. But I mean, think about now with technology, AI and everything else.
And
when does it become sentient?
Yeah, yeah. And then the whole thing is Picard has a big speech, and it's good Star Trek. Gotcha. But anyway, so that guy in the new Picard apparently went off without Data and made his android army or whatever the heck it was or whatever.
Yeah.
In Picard, and shenanigans happen with the androids.
And shenanigans ensue.
Yeah. So now we have like enslaved androids in the Federation. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. See, so I'm just telling you some of the Picard elements.
Okay.
So I went back to watch A Measure of Man because they made such a big deal about that, and I had to watch it. So there's that. There's the Borg. There's the Romulans.
Mm-hmm.
Too much, and then people having relationships with each other. I mean, this is like a 10-episode thing.
Yeah.
It's not even an hour long. That's the other problem I have. These things are in streaming, so they're like under, like, as if they're put, I guess they put, oh yeah, they do put commercials. If you buy the crappy version of their streaming, they put commercials in it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Netflix doesn't do that.
So if they're putting commercials in it, then
they suck. Sorry.
Why are you paying a streaming fee?
Exactly. I don't know. I mean, you can see if they put a commercial. Look, if they put an ad for, hey, coming next on CBS,
Yeah, promos, and I could see it. Like, oh wow, this series is coming. That's cool.
But the whole thing is, CBS All Access is going to get rebranded now that they got Viacom. Yeah, here's the thing, Viacom. So remember. Go way back, spool back the conversation. Paramount.
Yeah.
Viacom. What does Paramount have? A vault full of movies.
Oh, yeah.
Old classics, new stuff, I mean, what are all the great movies at Paramount? Paramount's made tons and tons of successful and classic movies.
Right.
So they'll spin it all into the streaming.
That's cool.
So this is the streaming.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now there's a movie, The Streaming Wars.
Yeah, back when everyone told me 10 years ago, why would somebody watch television on their computer?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's not Star Trek thinking, is it?
No.
I'm sorry, I grew up with Star Trek. I grew up back in Star Trek when they had beep, 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 communicators, pads, right on the pads, on the computer, getting the video calls.
And what
are we doing now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Roddenberry was quite the...
Of course. Like, you watch that stuff. Really what you wanted is warp speed and to go out in space.
That's what I want.
But, but the whole, like, technology and computers and stuff.
Well, that and a phaser. I want a phaser, too.
Oh, yeah, me too, man.
The holodeck.
I don't want a blaster. I'm old school. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't want a blaster. I don't want the new phaser, the J.J. Abrams movies.
No, I want the old original Star Trek. Yeah.
With the laser coming out that would just like it's handy though. Because you could kill someone or stun someone with it.
Yeah.
Protect yourself.
Sure.
But remember when they were like on a planet?
Yeah.
And it was like, because they never beamed down with coats on back in the original series.
No.
That was always the thing. I was like...
The weather's always temperate.
Oh, you don't need coats to go down to that planet, right? And remember, they beam down. It's like, storm's coming in. It's getting 90 below. Okay, we got to go in here in the cave. What do? They took their phasers out, and heated up a rock. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude.
That's innovative.
I was in the Boy Scouts. I was like, that's what we need in the Boy Scouts, right? Yeah. Oh, something's coming up. Get that rock there.
Right. You heat the rock and you're all like...
Right, and then the rock would glow hot.
Yeah.
Instant fire.
That was
survival.
Great. Yeah.
I know. And then, they had your tricorder.
Yeah.
Tell you everything.
What's going on? Yeah. Who's around?
Yeah. These plants are edible, Jim. Okay. Let's eat them.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Well, we have most of that. But we don't have that phaser. You're right. We can imagine, though, if we had the phasers. You don't want...
No, there'd be drive-by phase rings.
Oh, my God. It would be horrible.
We just... Yeah, you're right.
Because when you look at... When somebody does... Like, okay, the phaser is cool because it's... Because they're always stunning people.
Yeah.
So they're set to stun, right? Because they're not killing people, right? They're the good guys. We're the good guys.
There's your fraternity hazing right there, just stunning, the pledge. It's pledge week. Everyone's getting stunned,
But it was always like, you'd be like, I'm going to get you, Kirk. You just kind of fall back asleep. It looked peaceful. It was like, you'd wake up, I was like, boy, that was the best sleep I've ever had. Thanks. Could you stun me again?
Yeah.
Like, you could like have insomnia and take your phaser.
Yeah.
Right, on the ship and just
Yeah, but wouldn't it also be cool though to learn how to do the Vulcan neck pinch thing?
Oh yeah.
Where you just like out cold.
When we were kids, we were always doing that on the playground.
Yeah.
And we'd mess up people's things. Stop! You're messing me up. It's like, doing a Vulcan neck pitch. I know I can get it here. It's like you're crippling your buddy. It's like, would you knock it off, man? I think you broke my collarbone, right?
Or I wonder how many cases of sciatica now there is later on because of the nerve, the Vulcan nerve pinch. Like, choreography, even the choreography.
Oh man!
I mean the back people. Oh yeah.
Man, when we were kids. That's all it's like, God, if I could learn that neck pinch thing. Because you get in a bully fight. Hey, look over there. Bing, ding. And
Yep.
Sweet. Like, man. Yeah, man, I know. Don't even start with the Vulcan neck pinch. I remember when I was a kid, we were just like, dude, can we learn that? Can we? I think you got to be a Vulcan to know it.
That's real, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, we actually, when we were kids, we thought it was real. Like, it's like, that's real, right? People know how to do that. Who knows how to do it? Would you find the go?
It's almost like the pro wrestling sleeper hold, right?
Some dude's older brother's uncle that came back from Nam knows how to do it. It's like, dude, what's his name? Can we go over there and visit him? Okay, cool, man.
Uncle Jimmy's in the FBI. He's gonna pinch you out.
Yeah, no, it would be like you go over to some house, right? It's like, okay, you can talk to my Uncle Jimmy. Now remember, he was in Vietnam, so don't make a lot of loud noises.
Right. So, walk up to him very carefully. And do it in front of him. Don't come up from the side because,
we watching Gunsmoke or the FBI. It's like, hey, dude, do you know how to do the Vulcan neck pinch? What are you kids talking about? Get out of here!
And never, ever say the words Viet Cong.
Yeah.
Don't do it. What? Hey, I like
we're joking. This is actually...
I really like your Uncle Jimmy, but he keeps talking about a guy named Charlie. I don't understand why,
I don't think you can say that anymore, can you?
Well, that's what
I know.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. It's borderline.
There's actually, what was that?
Yeah.
There's a movie where... There was a movie that had a scene just like that. And the thing is you think it's fake, but it actually kind of was a thing.
Deer Hunter?
No, not Deer Hunter. It was like a movie about kids or whatever.
Okay.
And they go over and I think it was Randy Quaid.
Oh.
And he's wigged out. I can't remember what movie that is. And I remember seeing that movie back in the day, and it was like, oh yeah, you always had people in the neighborhood who were like, I had an uncle who served in Vietnam, so it was always kind of like,
I had friends who family members, an uncle or father was in Vietnam. Don't ask him about Vietnam. He does not want to talk about it.
That's exactly what my uncle said.
Yeah.
Never ask me about that. Don't ever ask anyone about it. It's like, okay. That took a turn for the worse, didn't it? Kitties.
Well, we can.
But anyway,
if we want to talk about good
Star Trek.
Yeah.
But Star Trek.
but Star Trek.
This is like the crappy red letter media thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's the whole Picard thing.
Okay.
I will find a way to binge watch it. I'm waiting until it's over because I got smart. I'm not like shelling out, which I think, and they're going to merge all this stuff. So they're going to have, I think, a better, it sounds, I mean, they reported this in the media, in the press, that once Viacom took over, that they're going to merge their streaming because you got Netflix.
Yep.
Number one. You got Amazon.
Uh-huh.
You got HBO.
Yeah.
And HBO's, they create original content. They got tons of content. HBO Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Think about all the Warner Brothers stuff that's out there. I believe it's HBO Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Think about that. So Paramount, CBS, and then Disney, of course.
Of course.
They got their Disney Plus.
Of course.
Which the problem with Disney is the Disney Plus stuff is Disney. It's kids stuff.
Yeah.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think it's a good service if you're...
No. Hey, I dug The Mandalorian, man.
But I mean, if it's like, if you have young kids and stuff, I'd be all over it.
Sure.
I mean, especially all those classic movies that...
The Shaggy DA.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Dean Jones.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Dean Jones?
I believe so.
He was in a bunch of those movies.
Yeah.
So that's good, although they're kind of, because they own 20th Century Fox and like, what's that streaming? And they're not putting the 20th Century, like it's not like, hey, let's watch the Shaggy DA and then let's watch Aliens. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's okay. You'll like the Shaggy DA, and then you'll really identify with Newt.
with Newt. Yeah, well,
the little girl in Aliens.
But the one thing I like with Netflix and Prime over like the CBS All Access and even Disney Plus is when they release it, it's all the season all at once. You can binge it.
Yeah, but they're not doing that on CBS though.
I know, they're just rolling it out, and they did that with The Mandalorian too, one a week. And
so I mean, that's the controversy.
Yeah,
the controversy, the Netflix and I think Amazon model is binge watch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then these guys come in and it's like, well, wait a minute. You can sign up for it.
And string them along.
Watch the whole thing and then cancel it. Right?
Right. We want them to stick around for a few months and watch.
So I don't fault. Here you go. I don't fault CBS All Access.
They're trying to make a buck. Yeah.
For doing that, and also there's one of the big, I don't know, snarly critics that I watch on YouTube, who he thinks actually the binge model is bad because he feels that you watch it all in one thing, and the impact of a series is, and I kind of am like, I think he's got a point there. Like the impact of a series is that you watch it weekly and then you think about what you just watched, and it's like, I wonder what's going to happen next week.
You see, that's the only thing I don't like about the Netflix and Amazon model is you binge watch 8-10 episodes, and then you're like Stranger Things, you get done with it, and you're like, oh crap, I got to wait till next year, to watch it, or The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon. Oh man, I got to wait now. I got to wait another year for this.
That's one I've never seen because I don't have the Amazon, and that's one I'm more inclined. I want to go Amazon. Because, I've heard good things about that, and they have The Expanse.
Yep, they got that. Which is
a really, really good sci-fi
They also have...
so I don't have Amazon, so I haven't seen the new Expanse.
They have the brand new one with Al Pacino.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played Nazi Hunters.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Brand just started, I think 2 days ago streaming.
Never mind.
Let's see, what else does Amazon have that's pretty popular?
Well, they've got
Man in the High Castle.
Yeah.
Which I dig.
Yeah.
Good show.
That's Philip K. Dick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the very last season that was released.
Yeah. I mean, I'm aware of those shows.
Yeah.
But I've always been a Netflix guy. I've had Netflix from day one. When they were shipping DVDs before they ever streamed. So when they went streaming, I was like, yes, the first, go for it. This is the future. This is what we want,
I dig it.
But, for me, like on Netflix, they have this show called The Crown.
I love that show. Yes.
It's all the story about the Windsors and Queen Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know,
Great
and they
show.
and I binge watched it, you know, because it's just like, I like that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Historic, dramatic. It's been real good if you're into that sort of thing.
Yep.
It's been really good. And the last season was good.
And of course, Stranger Things.
See, and
I love that show.
and you know, that's the one show I haven't watched yet.
Really?
Yeah. I know everyone's like, you gotta watch it. It's like, I know, I just haven't. My problem is I don't generally watch series, or like yeah. I just don't.
You'll love it takes place in the early 80s and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I know what it is.
The 80s
I know what it is. Yeah. I know. And actually now those kids from Stranger Things are going to be like in the new Ghostbusters movie and stuff. They're all in the stuff. I know. I just have to, but I have to take the time. So
you got to come around to it.
I mean, it's like The Crown.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch that because it's a drama based in history and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I am interested in that sort of thing in the Windsor. And there's... You know, The Crown, the first season or two had a whole bunch of stuff with John Lithgow as Winston Churchill and the whole interaction between the Queen and...
Claire Foy, was that?
Yeah, but then it changed because...
because she got older.
Right?
Yeah.
And, of course, now, next year or next season, they're already filming. Yeah. It's going to be the 80s. So it's going to be Thatcher and stuff.
Thatcher and Diana.
And what's her name from... Gillian Anderson.
Yeah, Julie. Yeah,
from the X-Files
yes.
is gonna play Margaret Thatcher.
That's fantastic.
So I'm like,
that's fantastic.
Gotta see it. Yeah. So I don't know. But I don't. I mean, wow. Yeah. You got to spend your whole life watching TV, though, with all the stuff out there. You know, people watch this. I've never watched this Downton Abbey.
Oh, I love Downton.
People love that.
I love Downton Abbey.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably love it, too.
Yeah.
I've watched English-type dramas and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of movie Howard's End, if you've ever seen that one, which is, I think, kind of a similar thing about, aristocracy and that sort of thing in England.
PBS did a thing of Howard's End not too long ago.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie. But see, I'm more inclined to just, can I watch a movie? Or Chernobyl, was a limited series. Chernobyl was like...
Yeah, seven part, I believe.
Yeah, and that was okay. That's enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, boy, you gotta go home and watch. You gotta watch TV every night.
You do, but there's some curb your enthusiasm. I love Larry David. That show.
That's the one show I watch regularly because it's gotta do it. But that's a half an hour.
You're right. But that's the sort of thing that I like about the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It's the same. It's the people who did what's that series? Had Lauren Graham and come on, Gilmore Girls.
Oh yeah.
And Paladinos.
Yeah.
And it is brilliantly written, funnier than heck, and that's why I love series about like that and Curb Your Enthusiasm is the writing. I mean, Larry David is a friggin' genius, you know, and I love that sort of sardonic humor.
Yeah. Well, isn't it so is it kind of like Mad Men meets the Gilmore Girls or something like that? Because it's kind of set a period piece, right?
Yeah, it's in
Maisel.
Yeah, it's in the 50s, and she.
I've heard about it, but I don't.
Upper crust, young, married with a couple kids.
Yeah.
And her husband is trying to become, on his off time, he's trying to be a stand-up comic, but he sucks at it, bad, right?
Yeah.
Well, she finds out she has a personal, and I'm not going to give it away, but she has a personal tragedy that happens. And so she just goes down to the nightclub and she gets up there and starts riffing and discovers that she's a natural at being. And so the series is her progressing as a stand-up comedian. And during the 50s when there wasn't a whole lot of women stand-ups, the times of the Lenny Bruces,
The only one is Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
a few others.
It's real minor, but I think the only one that really Phyllis Diller, It was,
and also what's his name's parents, Ben Stiller's parents, still.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Usually back in that day, the female comedians were
We're not
usually
that
tied
stand-up
to
though, right? They were more of a feature film and or something, having to do with that rather than
But usually it would be like
or even improv.
Women would be more like Stiller and Mara, Ben Stiller's parents. It was like they played a couple and they would do that sort of thing.
The classic
the couple
Gracie, Gracie Allen, George Burns,
George
sort
and
of,
Gracie. It would always be. Yeah.
Fibber
No, I mean
McGee
it wasn't.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
I honestly,
Burns.
I'm trying to think. If you ask me who the first real stand-up female comedian of prominence was, the name that pops in my head is Joan Rivers.
Yeah, because you're right. A lot of them were out of the vaudeville, and
she was her own.
But she was her own solo sort of thing. Yeah, but there was Phyllis Diller though too.
Phyllis Diller, sure.
And I'll even argue. Come on. Hee-haw, country music. Howdy. Minnie Pearl.
Minnie Pearl.
When she was on the Ryman, the theater, Grand Ole Opry, she was one of the first.
Grand Ole Opry would have had, Minnie Pearl. No, that's a good one.
One of the first solo sort
of.
But
not many. I mean, again, that old non-PC days, women didn't have as much,
Dominated by men as a men's profession.
Yeah.
The whole, all
the comics of the old days, you all think of men.
Yeah, and the ladies today, man, I feel, we talked to an amazing stand-up comedian, Amanda Arnold. And you listen to her tell about still dominated male stuff and the crap that you have to get past just to make it,
Well, I mean, it was like the 70s where it was like, and then they had shows that were based around, like Carol Burnett show.
Mary Tyler Moore,
like actual show. And then Joan Rivers was very, really out of the 60s into the 70s.
Right.
Huge, prominent comedian.
But also, remember, it was Carson that kind of felt bad for her. I mean, it kind of took her under the wing and said, listen, she's good. You know, if you people ain't going to give her the spotlight, I will use my platform to do it. Now, granted, that was later on in her career and stuff.
Yeah.
But
the 70s and the 80s is...
Well, the 80s was kind of like the big bust out, wasn't it? Because, you had Paula Poundstone, you had the whole...
You know who I liked? Who actually, she's on Twitter? Elaine Boozler.
Yes.
Always liked her. And she's like doing stuff on Twitter. But she was always a stand-up that would always be in the best ones were in the 80s, the late 80s.
Yeah.
Late 80s, they had those HBO comedy specials with and I think it was started with Rodney Dangerfield.
I love the
and it was Rodney Dangerfield,
young comedians
and then all the young comedians, and all the young comedians were like Elaine Boozler, Jerry Seinfeld,
Bob Saget, Andrew Dice Clay. A lot of these guys got their starts
on the good. I'd watch those. Probably, no matter what you think of her politics, for who she is, probably the biggest stand-up comedian coming out of that era was Roseanne.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Roseanne.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah. I mean, people don't realize how popular, she got her own TV show, successful TV show and all out of that. I mean, Roseanne was everywhere.
Talk show for a while. Mm-hmm. And you can't, now today.
She really
groundbreaking stuff. It was all based on her,
I know people hate her politics, but I'm just saying.
No.
As far as a woman, a comedian, to really break it out, it was Roseanne.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, her series was based on her stand-up the Nexus.
Exactly.
Was just her stand-up material. The family, the Midwest wife.
Was it Whoopi Goldberg a stand-up? Oh, God.
Yeah, she was.
Sorry.
Yeah, she was a stand-up. Uh-huh.
For a while, but then she really broke into TV and film and really...
That's where she took off, yeah.
I really like her. Like I said, Next Generation, it's like, oh, here comes Guinan, and it's always like, oh, that was a good scene, man. It was always like when it was like, hey, Whoopi Goldberg's going to be on Next Generation, and she's going to be like this bartender on the Enterprise, and you're like, well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not just me, but it would be like, I'm going to have to see how that works. Conceptually, at the time, it's like trying to wrap my head around it. I like Whoopi Goldberg. I like Star Trek. trying to wrap my head around how this is going to work. Then you saw it work and you were like, oh, this works.
Yeah.
This is great. She's an alien. She's got this thing. She can see stuff that they can't see. I mean, her whole Yesterday's Enterprise. Yesterday's Enterprise. One of the great ones. Remember this one? This is one where, Stardate 756287.5. We have a time vortex that we've run into, and all of a sudden, boom, something happens, and the music swells, and there's another Enterprise right there. But what is it? It's not the Enterprise D, because they do that all the time.
Yeah.
It's the Enterprise C.
Oh.
Came through the vortex.
Okay.
Remember this one?
Yeah.
So now you got that Enterprise C and the Enterprise D. It's like, what are you doing here? You're from the past. And it was a captain. It was I can't remember her name. It was a woman captain, kind of like almost a Janeway prototype.
Okay.
And they had just got out of their time, whatever.
Yeah.
Fighting the Romulans and stuff. History records that the Enterprise C was lost in defending the Klingons, and it was the first start of the Federation and the Klingons. I mean, it has this historic perspective, and now the rift in time. Now what are they going to do?
Yeah.
And when that happens, everything changes on Next Generation.
Okay.
And they're like, and Guinan, like it's one of those episodes like Guinan is the only one who senses something wrong. And it's like, and like Picard's down there and it's like, something's wrong. And it's like, where are the kids? What, kids on a battleship Enterprise?
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, because they're a battleship. They're at war.
Yeah.
And it's like, the Federation is losing. Nobody knows this, right? So this whole incident changed history. And like the Federation, it's like dark history there in the battleship. Great episode. Yeah. And so, of course, they have to figure out how to fix the rift in time to get back on the historic timeline.
But Whoopi though,
and Tasha Yar shows up, and it's so great. Great guidance. Okay, I'm just gonna like geek out. One of the great guidance scenes of all time.
Okay,
is Tasha Yar's there? Well, she died a couple of seasons ago. She's not on the crew. She's dead. And Guinan keeps going, eyeballing her, and then Tasha's like, Guinan, what's wrong? You keep eyeballing me. It's like, and it's pretty much like Guinan just wants to go, you're dead! You're dead! You shouldn't be here! You're dead! You're gone! You're ashes on the planet! You're dead! And you're like, oh, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Rift in time and you're still alive, but you're supposed to be dead,
She should have experience with that, though, with the movie Ghost.
Yeah.
You know, Patrick Swayze and stuff?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's totally like that, but it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
But she's the only one because she's I can't remember what the aliens are. She's because she lives a long time.
Yeah.
I know she's like aliens. They live centuries.
Yeah.
But they look human. So whatever. Yeah. That's fine. But yeah, she's the only one that senses that thing. She's like, Tasha Yar. And that's a great episode. And that's what I was like, that whole Whoopi Goldberg. I heard about her as a comedian and whatnot. And then she started doing these movies, and then all of a sudden she's on Star Trek, and it's like, okay, I got to see that. And then it was like, wow.
Well, I mean,
this is cool.
With her acting chops, though, I mean, I don't think anyone can claim that you can't act. I mean, have you ever seen The Color Purple?
Yeah. You know, and now she does The View. To keep Joey Behar and Megan McCain from killing each other in a cat fight every time. It's like, oh. Right. Really? Can't you do another movie, Whoopi?
Yeah, I wonder why.
You know?
Do you think she just doesn't do it? Just doesn't want the gig? You know, is it a Hollywood
Let's be honest.
thing?
If you're making cheddar, doing a political talk show every day, showing up, getting on a mic, talking, or you're going out to Hollywood on location on set, doing a movie, learning lines.
An uncertain future if you're going to get your next
What's she going to do?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Dude, she's making money. Yeah. She's chilling.
Yeah.
You have a regular lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, it's like
you
Ellen.
Make a movie.
Do you really want to go back to Hollywood, Ellen? I mean, you're making you're making bank.
No, once you have a popular talk show,
you're
in there.
You're right.
Ask Regis Philbin.
What? Regis?
You're right. No, I mean it's like, that's the because making a movie is hard. You might have to go on location.
And it's also so uncertain. I mean, today's hotshot actor is tomorrow's, fighting just to get a character role.
So
I can you're right. I can understand that.
So back to Star Trek. No.
Woo.
It's just...
Yeah, some.
I watch too much Red Letter Media, which is always like they were like, sorry. Okay, no more Star Trek.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question though.
Yeah, excellent.
We missed a whole lot of stuff. Deaths and also. I watched a movie.
Next episode.
I have got to watch the Academy Award winning movies. I have not seen Parasite yet.
I have not.
That won the Best Picture and Direction.
South Korean movie, yes.
Yeah. Everybody says it's good. I mean, I'm hoping that Academy Award movies are good.
The feedback I've heard that it's a good movie.
I want to watch Parasite.
Uh-huh.
I have watched one that was nominated and I think it got 2 awards.
Okay.
Which was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Love that movie.
And Brad Pitt.
Yep.
Won the Best Supporting Actor, which I was 100 the first time I watched that movie, I was like, oh man, Brad Pitt is brilliant in this movie. So I was already on board. If he doesn't get nominated, he won the Golden Globe for it too, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he cleaned up as Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
I can say, I've seen that movie twice in the theater. Like I saw it with 2 different friends.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, I just saw this. I already saw it once, but I don't care. It was rewatchable. It's like, I'll go see it again because I want to watch all these scenes and I want to watch Brad Pitt again. Nothing against Leonardo. He does great too.
No, Leonardo, good.
But this was just like if you like Brad Pitt I always thought he was a great actor. Man, you're like, oh my God, this character that he plays is just perfect.
It's awesome, yeah. And the scene where he's taking on Bruce Lee.
Oh,
that is great because Bruce is doing the whole thing.
You know what? I like the after scene after that.
Mm.
When Kurt Russell comes back out. Right. And Kurt Russell's in it. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing? And then his wife walks in and goes, what did you do to my car? Oh, my God. Because he threw him into the car and dented in the panel, the side panel.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's like...
Good scene, yeah.
What is he doing? Get him out of here. It's like, and Kurt Russell's just like... And his wife's like a producer, and he's like the stunt coordinator, and Kurt Russell's like... and Brad Pitt's just like... All right.
Right. Like, he knows what's
going on. Get the hell out of here, man. You are making this bad for me.
Yeah.
Don't get in a fight with... But, well, I actually...
Love that movie, Tarantino.
The scene I really like is when he goes out to the farm. What do you call it? The Spawn Ranch, and meets up with the Manson
Charlie
family.
and the bunch.
Because the first time you watch that, you really don't know what you're like. What's gonna happen here?
Yeah.
I mean, it was really good and suspenseful.
Uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're like,
especially when he goes into the house because you're thinking,
shouldn't ruin it. Though.
All right, let's just say it's a great scene.
Yeah.
And at the very end too.
Yeah.
Because you know what happens in history. You know how history plays out in real life.
I don't want to ruin this movie for anybody who hasn't seen. And you know what? Yeah. I could see somebody seeing this movie and go, I don't get it. Didn't like this movie or whatever. I could see that. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
It is. I would describe it as a love letter to old Hollywood.
Yep, the Steve McQueen age, sort of
the late 60s,
early 70s.
In the late 60s.
69.
Yeah. And it's it's kind of, I think it's brilliant because it's that period which they're doing that so that they're saying like, they're like saying, okay, this is kind of that point where Hollywood changes.
Right.
This is kind of Hollywood's gonna,
and you get that with you get that with Leonardo's character, how his struggles further on
as an actor, right? Because he was he had his own starring
he was
show
the leading
as a
man.
Western, and now he's coming in as a character actor each week on like the FBI or the Gunsmoke show or whatever it is.
You're right. I had him as when I saw his character, the first thing I thought of was Chuck Connors, the rifleman, or Clint Eastwood.
And the perfect thing, Al Pacino.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who's the agent
for the?
I shouldn't ruin it. Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but Chino, good part.
Yeah,
and
I actually that kind of ruins the movie a bit, so I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But kind of what happens to his character and his career.
It makes total sense.
It makes complete sense.
Because I was like, that
That's exactly
Eastwood,
what.
Man. That's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sergio Leone.
Yeah, great movie.
Anyway, but
yeah.
Hopefully.
So anyway, so he won and cleaned all that up, which I thought was great because I saw that movie and I was like, and one of the things that was great about that movie was Brad Pitt. Just, thought he was great. And anybody who I've talked to who has seen that movie was like, yeah, man, that movie, and he was really awesome.
He is one of those actors that he's gotten older. He is just good now.
Well,
you remember he wasn't really taken that seriously as an actor, but he delivers.
The movie, I didn't take him that seriously. He was a young actor.
Yeah.
And then the movie that I realized that Brad Pitt was 13 Monkeys. Was that the name of the movie?
Yeah.
12 Monkeys. 12 Monkeys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That character he plays, again, another supporting character where at the time I was like, I almost think he should win the award. I mean, he was this crazy young anarchist
He did
dude.
Stretch it a little bit.
Yeah. No. He was great in 12 Monkeys. That was like, ooh, man. Brad Pitt, man.
Yeah, because he was kind of typecast for him. I mean,
He was.
River Runs Through It, Legends of the Fall. He, the outdoorsy
But then
sort
he did
of.
that 12 Monkeys, and it was like...
And then he took it in a new direction.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
remember? I mean, it's been a long time. Great movie. Terry Gilliam movie, by the way. Bruce
Yeah.
Willis,
Okay.
starring Bruce Willis.
Yep. 12 Monkeys, great.
I haven't watched that in years. I had it on DVD years ago.
Yeah.
There's a movie on Netflix you could go watch.
Okay.
I wish I could remember the name of it.
Okay.
And you should watch it because it's up your alley.
Okay.
It's Brad Pitt and, what's her name? Oh, that gal, the two sisters. I can't remember. Plays his wife. It's about a general in Afghanistan during the Obama era.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up. I could look it up.
I don't know the name of it, but I know exactly.
I watched it when it came out, and it was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I liked it, and it stars Brad Pitt.
Good buzz. He had good buzz about that movie too.
Yeah, you got to watch that one. Let me see if I can. I think I got my Netflix
But
here.
to me, the breakout role. I mean, he had some good parts, but I mean, the one where I knew that he had upped his thespian acting was believe it or not, was Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job.
It just popped up in my. Oh gosh, sorry.
Ooh, I thought maybe you're gonna yell hot yoga.
No, it's okay. Gotta mute it.
Okay. Thought maybe you're gonna do hot yoga.
No, better call Saul.
Gotcha.
It's in my list. I just wanted to see that. You know what? I'll. It's a Netflix movie too. I just want to tell you what it is though.
Okay.
Let's do Brad Pitt. War Machine.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Babel's on here too. That's a pretty good one. War Machine.
Oh, you're not gonna like this.
War Machine.
I was just peeking at news. What's been going on? Oregon now. Coronavirus.
I'm Dr. Corona.
Smooth. Great with a wedge of lime.
I know.
That's how they're gonna, diagnosis coronavirus.
Well, I
prescription
have a
wedge of lime.
Exactly. I know. Speaking of how the stock market has reacted, you can imagine who. I mean, I don't know what world beverage company owns that brand, but they're like, oh, you've got to be joking. I'd see the markening director for
Budweiser virus, Anheuser-Busch. No, please, no, God. The Dos Equis virus, now Dos Equis is like, wah,
I know.
Tecate.
Okay. I'm just going to say it right here. Right?
Okay. He's going to say it.
I got to do this, though. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. Words to live by.
Words to live by, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Who said that, Jason?
F. B.
Oh, no,
okay, I'll do it again, right?
Well, I didn't.
F. D. R.
Hot yoga.
Caller 9 right now. No.
Yeah, no, I mean, I gotta get faster on that. It's been a while, but I mean,
yeah,
growing up with my grandma,
yeah,
and people are like, "Oh man, there's this whole thing about we're living in such trying times and stuff." You heard about the global depression?
right? Yeah, the thing.
You ever hear about the world wars? And you ever heard of? Look up Wikipedia, the Spanish flu, the influenza.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how many millions of people died from that thing?
Right.
It's in the millions.
Right.
I don't think millions of people are going to die. The other thing is, remember, like, a lot of flus, like, there's always, the flu is going to be really bad, and people do die. This is nothing against people dying and stuff.
Yeah.
But remember that there are complications that come out of the flu. People get pneumonia. People with compromised immune systems. Mm-hmm. The elderly. Mm-hmm. Not looking good for you or me.
Uh-oh.
You know.
Yeah. Why is the camera on me?
Babies.
Why are you singled me out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Babies,
Yeah.
I mean, so normal, healthy adults,
mm-hmm.
usually get through this. It's bad for me to predict like a big kind of breaking news story.
Sure.
But I think we'll get through this okay.
Yeah.
And, I've seen some people, if you look at the percentages, of course, this all really looks like it originated in China, although maybe it didn't, but maybe it did. They're like the one in California where they're talking about
the unknown sort of origin.
Right.
So, I don't know.
But community something they call it, community whatever. Mm-hmm. But if you look at that and if you look at percentages of infections versus,
right?
I mean, the one concern I have with the whole thing is when in China they have like the people at the hospital or whatever that maybe died. That bugs me. That's what it's like, ooh, that's not supposed to be good.
One of the head doctors in China's overseeing it and they pass away from it, then oh boy.
Yeah, what's up with that? I mean, those are the medical professionals. So, yes. So, concern.
Mm-hmm.
But, my bigger concern is we're going to have panic.
Yeah.
Panic in the disco.
And you already see it in the stock market that has gone just... Holy cow.
Well, the stock market is...
But a lot of that is hinged on the fact that China can't export now a lot of things because they don't want to... And that affects our bottom line because we bring...
Well, we're not that kind of a podcast, but I listen to those kinds of podcasts. And there's a lot of interesting ideas and theories and whatnot about...
Sure. Yep.
I've never read this book, but apparently there's a book called Tales of the Economic Hitman.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, people are like, I haven't read it. I've just heard about it. But anyway.
Is it very prescient?
Well, it's supposedly written by a guy who worked for a 3-letter agency in the United States and went to different countries to do things to, Tales of the Economic Hitman.
Gotcha.
Anyway, what better way to destabilize
I'm sorry. What book was that again?
Exactly. Look at you. Look, you look like an economic hitman.
Oh,
you look like Mr.
I am in a way because if I walk into certain stores, they lose business.
No, just look at you. I can see you walking into a hotel room in Buenos Aires or whatever. Oh, yes, Mr. Allen. And so, what is your pleasure, your stay here?
Yeah, you see, I'm fresh off the pampas. I'm a thirsty soul. Line me up with whiskey and ladies. Mm-hmm. Dick Curmudgeon wants to party.
Yep.
That's what happens.
I'm just here for a little rest and relaxation. Wink, wink, wink.
If you know what I mean.
Meantime, you're, making embassy calls and drop boxes and stuff, and it's like... Also, it's like Mission Impossible plastic face masks. And
right. Peter Graves is sitting there with his folders, he's smiling. Oh, and there's Dick Curmudgeon right there. He tosses it out. There I am.
Dick Curmudgeon.
Yeah.
Economic hitman. He will be in Buenos Aires.
Yeah. You know
if he buys up all of the Beanie Babies, he will create a stock market crash.
You want a trend to go south? You know what they call me?
General Salazar will be deposed as leader.
You know
your mission, if you choose to accept it.
Yeah. They're like, we need the Beanie Baby economy to go into the toilet. Who can we get? I know who we get. Yeah, who? You know who. No, oh God, you don't mean, yeah, that's what I mean. You mean the cooler?
Yeah,
Bring in
exactly.
Because I'm going to come in and cool stuff off right there. I'm turning everything south. You know.
That's...
Jolt Cola, I did that.
No, that's perfect.
You know?
That's perfect. That's how you economically hit people.
Cabbage Patch Kids, that was me.
No, economic hitman is like, you just do a Kickstarter called The Coolest Cooler.
So
who said that was not gonna?
The economic hitman. That's right. I'm like the economic mechanic, man. You send me in there, I'm taking care of business, dude. I'll No,
you just go in and start a Kickstarter, and I'm not picking on Buenos Aires. It's just that's kind of like where all the Mission Impossible TV shows and stuff would be like. Actually, it would be made up,
South America, some
weird South American thing, so Martin Landau could wear masks and do like an accent.
I'll do the fictional Parador.
Yeah.
Like the movie Moon Over Parador. And they'll sit in there and they send me in there because, there's got to be a coup, and an economic coup. Mm-hmm. And so they send the cooler in to kind of, take care of business. And that's what Dick Curmudgeon does.
I'm telling you, you look straight out of like a Nixon administration. Yes. Our man in Panama.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was the fifth plumber,
Yeah, you kind of look like that. You kind of do. You kind of look like you'd be up there in court with the Cubans and our buddy E. Howard Hunt. It's like, who's this guy? Dick Curmudgeon.
That's Dick Curmudgeon. Don't you know who he is? That's Dick Curmudgeon. Him and Liddy, dude. They're getting off all sorts of nasty business,
and Liddy
Dude, did you hear what they pulled off in Nicaragua?
You look perfect for it. You look just like it.
I'll do it.
And I look like Dr. Corona.
Smooth.
I've got medicine for you, baby. I know. I look like something that like right out of Miami Vice season 3. It's like
diagnosis, love.
Yeah. You don't want me to prescribe for the celebrities. Exactly.
That's right.
That hit album may never come out.
That's right. With Dr. Corona, Dr. Corona, dude. I mean, if you have
we got Dr. Corona here.
Yeah.
Personal prescriber to the celebrities, right?
To the stars.
And we got E. Howard Hunt and G. Gordon Liddy's best buddy over here.
Dick Curmudgeon. How you doing?
Exactly.
All my friends call me DC.
Exactly.
DC Indies. Yeah.
You're doing so. I know you're doing a ton of writing.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so I just think of throwing these things and like eventually when the novels come out, it's gonna be like, hey, wait a minute, didn't we talk about this on the show? DC and DC. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, you'll be happy to know I'm hip deep in a kind of a fantasy sort of thing. I'm doing that.
I'm hip deep in a fantasy thing too. Every night. www.po.
Hey, at the bottom of the screen, blinking www.drcorona.com.
Please write a character like me. It's like this guy's just a little.
No, I'll do it.
No.
I'll do it.
No, don't.
It's gonna have yodeling in it too.
Yodeling is good.
It's gonna have yodeling.
We haven't even done the yodeling yet. We'll do it.
We got to do that next episode. Time. Yeah, because I've got a million questions and good. I mean, not. Yodeling sucked me in.
Well, I have to bring the record down from going through my parents' record collection and my childhood, whatnot. But but the other part of my childhood.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't get any. It's like do you want the Swiss cheese or do you want the Munster cheese? It's like, well, which Germanic family do you want to?
Right. Well, so next episode, you're going to be seeing a whole lot of Munster.
Exactly. No, it would be Swiss. It would be Swiss.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, way back when, 22 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Scott McCarty says.
Okay.
On Facebook.
Okay.
Captain Garrett. That was the captain, the lady of the Enterprise C.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
Captain Garrett. Yeah, she was good too.
We need a social media person to do this during the show.
Hey, maybe we'll get some. Maybe this event that I end up doing. Some social. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
There's last week I got another email still. There's a lady who works for a local company here in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about it before, still inquiring whether we're still doing our thing and whether we would consider do it from there. And of course,
I told you.
I have not answered.
I told my mom not to call you.
I never see Mike anymore. Can't you do a show from my living room so I can... No, Mom. So I contacted Dick Curmudgeon to see if we could bring it in, Yeah.
But so I don't know.
But yeah.
So Oregon. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, I'm just... What is that thing that stay calm?
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise known by FDR as we have nothing to fear but fear itself. Yeah. I mean, it's like when my grandma used to tell me stories and stuff when it was like, I mean, I'd be looking at her and she'd be like, a bus ran over her once.
Oh, yeah.
And she got up and was like, bring it on. She's like 85 years old. Do you want to bring it? Do you want to bring it? Standing on like Hawthorne.
Right.
Come on, Trimont. It's like, what was she, Captain America or something? Or Captain Marvel? I mean,
I'm thinking more like Dirty Harry, make my day,
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
listen, punk.
Trimont versus the 85-year-old 4'10" woman.
I'm putting my money on the 4'10" woman myself.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, I eat so much cheese you can't kill me. Government cheese.
Man, that is one sauerkraut.
Yeah.
You like that?
Government cheese.
Yeah. I mean, she's been full.
I don't drink. I don't smoke. I drink milk and eat cheese.
That'll do.
It was like...
That's a lot of fiber.
It's longevity, man.
Yeah.
We're all out here like Nike running. Yeah, right.
Killing ourselves.
That's what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, always trying to improve, getting older, always like, maybe not so much anymore on this or that. I'm always doing that. As you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I live a pretty healthy lifestyle. My diet and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I think,
Yeah, not me.
What happens? I got the coronavirus. I'm like, I can't breathe. It's like, maybe that's those vices scare away the viruses. You know what I mean?
Right. Maybe. Because, some people, I'll be honest with you. My whole diet is horrible.
I thought you cleaned it up, dude.
Well, I did clean it up I cleaned it up for a while and I just kind of, like a bad Christian, I backslid. No, and, you know the idiom of, you treat your body like a temple?
Yeah.
At this point right now, I am treating my body like a frat house, and it's not going well. And but I'm starting to clean. I'm now just toga. Folks, it's Animal House in here, okay? Yeah. No, but I've now cut out again. Not caffeine, but soda pop.
You have to.
Got to.
You cutting it out again? You had quit that a long time ago.
There was like 3 years I had no soda at all,
which is. I gotta say, I think good for you.
And so I've cut it off again. I'm now.
I
just don't feel good.
You could see me drink a Dr. Pepper on a very occasion, and that's just like well, I'm out. Maybe I'll have a little Dr. Pepper. It's a treat, like eating a candy bar or whatever. Although I really don't eat candy bar or anything. That
was my problem.
Yeah,
I had a pop as a treat. And
you got back off the wagon.
I'm so addicted to Mountain Dew. Just that
one. On the wagon or off the wagon? Fell off the wagon. You fell off the wagon.
That wagon was going 55 miles an hour, and I took a spill off the side.
The Dr. Pepper wagon.
Yeah.
You fell off the soda
I fell off the Mountain Dew, man. And then I just fell right back into it. And
see, I can't. Once I quit, and I quit doing that the whole. I used to drink Coke and Dr. Pepper were my two, or a good orange.
Oh, orange
like
crush.
Orange crush. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like if I go somewhere and it's a special thing and they got like an orange crush or whatever, like
you'll treat yourself.
Yeah. I mean that's stuff we grew up on. Grew up on that stuff.
I can't do it though.
Yeah, no. But the thing is like a treat. But I used to, like everybody, I used to drink the soda, and then I went to the diet soda to get the sugar out, which turns out probably even worse for you.
Aspartame.
Yeah, probably worse for you. It's like, so then I was like, no, so I just was like, hey, you want something like that? You drink some juice, or even some lemonade or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I like iced tea. My biggest vice at this point, caffeine.
Yeah, I'm totally addicted to caffeine. I truly admit
You stopped drinking caffeine though, dude.
I did.
Wow, this is what's happened. Meanwhile, on Star Trek Dick Curmudgeon, it's like, what happened to you? I fell off the wagon. Wow, caffeine too, because you were like coming in here. You were like straight edge, man.
Like an evangelist who goes to Las Vegas, I backslid, baby.
Yeah, I can't. I can't criticize you.
No.
I mean, that still at this. I mean, man, I got my fresh. Look, I know this sounds weird. Fresh ground, dark roast beans in the container.
Yeah.
$5, $4.99.
Trader
Joe's.
Yeah.
But I'm serious. It's like you open that container, open up the seal.
This hour sponsored by Trader Joe's.
I know. Already did that.
Yeah.
But and then you fresh grind it in the grinder before you make it.
I love the smell of coffee though. I love fresh ground coffee. Holy cow.
Do not see if I want to support you in your. See, now I feel bad. I'm sitting here slamming down the coffee all this time.
Believe it or not, I'm not. I love the smell of coffee, but I'm not a big coffee drinker.
Yeah,
it was always Pops for me. And that was my.
You open up. I'm serious. Like you'll have.
No, I'm now back to.
Okay, go. It's in a blue can.
Yeah.
It's not the French. That's $1 more. I mean, I'm serious. It's like the cheaper one, not the ground. Never get. I mean, only if you have to get the pre-ground. Don't get the pre-ground.
Okay.
If you can do it, grind up the beans at the moment you make the coffee, right?
Yeah.
It's in a sealed container, full beans, oily beans.
Ooh.
Right? You open that container up, and the first time I get a new container and I pop the seal, all that oily aroma hit you, and I'm just like, I'm Dr. Corona. I'm like, I'm like, yeah. Man, and it's like I can't wait to grind that stuff up and this is I have a drip coffee maker thing. So it's a coffee maker, but it does the drip coffee. Okay. Here's a little secret. Now I like strong coffee, so this may not work for other people, but I like those beans.
Yeah.
I grind them up. Now people grind them up a drip grind. That's a coarse grind. Okay. No. You're not getting the flavor out of that.
Okay.
You grind it up to a powder. That's called the espresso grind. Grind it up to a powder to get every ounce of flavor out of those beans.
Yeah.
And then it's like this powder, and then you put it in, and then you drip it over there. It makes a strong cup of coffee, and a lot of coffee goes a long way. So if you don't like it as strong as I do, you could put like so little coffee in there, and every bit of that coffee juice,
that good goodness. Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah,
I have a hard time. I've given up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the one that I have a hard time with. Right. And it's lit, so
well,
I got nothing to give up.
Listen, it's
you
Fish Friday.
My coffee. And
my cold dead hands.
Exactly. My cold coffee dead hands.
I have given up meat Fridays for Lent.
Yeah.
I'm a good Catholic boy. And
so you eat fish?
Mm-hmm.
Fish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Fish Friday.
Fish Friday.
Because that's what y'all doing now, Catholics.
Yep.
See, we didn't do it. I mean,
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I have this whole Catholic, Protestant and stuff.
Sure.
I don't remember that because we're the Protestant, the Lutheran. I don't remember that the fish thing was the big deal. Okay. Like it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what we gave. I don't know. I mean, Germans, maybe it's like, I will not give up our meat.
Well, I also think it's regional.
Yeah.
Because if you go back into the Midwest, Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Midwest, I mean, they still have the Fish Fry Fridays. It's a huge institution there.
No, I know. But all my friends growing up in the neighborhood who were Catholic, it would like Friday would come along during lunch. It's like, oh God, it's fish sticks again, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, can I come over and have a sandwich?
Have a burger.
Yeah, can I have a burger, man?
Yeah.
Sandwich at your place. I mean, can I have a hot dog? No, it'd be like, I don't want those stale fish sticks again. Fish stick Friday.
Got any hot pockets?
Yeah. It was always like that, and I'd be like, I don't know. So I don't remember having to have fish in my family. Not growing up Catholic.
Well, I'm a convert. So, I mean, when I was growing up, we were Presbyterian. We didn't worry about any of that stuff, Fridays, have a burger, go do your thing. And
so maybe not, maybe.
So I converted to Catholicism in my 20s. And so...
so now you're strict. You're doing it.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I'm strict by anything.
Yeah.
I'm more lapsed than anything else.
I feel bad about your caffeine, man. Because I know you were doing, you the water and all that stuff.
I found this flavored water stuff. No caffeine, no salt, no sugar, no calorie, no nothing. And I like it, so I'm completely happy. It's carbonated, which fools my mind into thinking soda pop. Yeah. Because of the carbonation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't miss it.
Yeah, well, like
I do, but
like I was telling you yesterday, I went to this meeting.
Yeah.
For a business meeting thing, and I sat there for an hour and a half. Like I'm supposed to present. Yeah. I mean, it was at this. It was like at a sports bar, right?
Sure.
But I was there to speak to live streaming and
upcoming
whatnot. Yeah. And like, this is what they brought me into.
Pre-production.
Yeah. And so they go through the whole pre-production for an hour and a half. So I'm sitting there at the sports bar, and I'm watching the Blazers lose. But and I had my coffee that day.
There you go.
And then they came, what do you want to drink? Just like, well, I'm not going to have a beer or anything. So I really don't drink alcohol a whole lot.
I don't either.
Just like the holidays.
Not anymore.
That's new health things, right? It's like, hey, wow,
Yeah.
No alcohol. Ooh, suddenly get really sick. Maybe I do need that whiskey to kill the viruses.
The hair of the dog, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm there, and so I'm having what I usually... Well, I asked, to be honest, I asked the lady, I said, do you have any fresh squeezed lemonade? And I said fresh squeezed because there's that lemonade that's like the soda pop lemonade.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
The country times.
No. I want the stuff with the... Yeah. They actually make
squeezed,
it from lemons or lime.
The tart sort of,
with a little sugar in it.
I get you.
She was like, no, we don't have it. It's like, okay, how about some iced tea?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there for an hour and a half as they're discussing this whole thing. I'm looking like this. Mm-hmm. I already had coffee, my coffee for the day.
Yeah.
And then I'm...
So you were over
drinking
quota.
Iced tea. And then because I have been sick.
Okay. Wow.
So I don't take any medicine really.
Okay.
Until I get really, really sick and get desperate, which is what has happened.
Yeah.
And I actually started taking cold medicine.
So you
to survive, to breathe, for example. So I like the stuff like what works for me. Mm-hmm. Is like, the Breaking Bad Sudafed. Yeah. No, it works. It really works. So I realized when I read the package the other day that it said, okay, it's like pseudoephedrine. It's like that stuff. It's
epinephrine or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the stuff, the Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
The whole reason why it's like, we don't want to sell that anymore. Yeah, but it helps my cold. I can't help it if people are making meth with it,
Right.
It's not my thing. I don't do that, But that's all like a stimulant and everything. Plus, you mix it. It's like, don't use this with caffeine. So I'm like sitting there for an hour and a half like this,
a little jittery.
Yeah, I'm like, and I'm like, I'm thirsty, so I want to drink the thing. And then she keeps coming in, filling up my tea,
topping it off.
So it's like an hour and a half. And I'm thinking, by the time they get to me,
you're gonna be wired.
When I open my mouth,
am
I gonna be like? Right. I mean, that's what it's like. I was worried about. It's like they're talking about their whole show, like from the top to the bottom, and I'm like, oh wow. And then they're like, well, maybe we should have started with you or whatever. But I was like, I was literally worried. I was like holding it together, but I must have just been like. Like you know how you're trying to hold it together?
Did you get any side glances like,
oh yeah,
what's going on with Doc over
there?
there?
Yeah, they probably were like,
what's he doing? What's going
but
on?
literally I was like, I hope when I open my mouth I can speak. like I don't even know. I haven't talked for an hour and a half.
The voice inside your head, be articulate,
yes,
be articulate,
yeah.
be articulate. Right? Good Lord, is he having a grand mal seizure?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Luckily, I was able to pull it together. I hope I wasn't just like, okay, just
right. Face it, flounder.
I was just like,
you didn't.
Oh my God.
You didn't throw up near Dean Wormer. You threw up on Dean Wormer. You know. But no, you
didn't. You didn't throw up on the Japanese Prime Minister.
Right. Well, you know.
But yeah, so I was.
That's a different kind of foreign policy.
It was interesting.
Yeah, you got through it though.
I did.
Yeah.
And then it was like, then they let me go. I was like, okay. And I wanted to actually had another errand to run. It was like, God dang, you know.
By errand, you mean like
it's been 2 hours
marathon, right? I can run a marathon at this point.
Yeah, I was just like, you know, and it was, I mean, it is what it is, you know. I was like, that's what happens. I mean, the people who are apologizing to me, it's like, oh, we should have, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, well, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
That's business. That's what you deal with.
Yeah.
I know most people are like, you know, oh, I can't do that. I cannot believe it's like, but you know, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, you're just like, you know, I mean, I know what they're talking about. It was interesting. I got some interesting information about their thing,
there you go.
About what they're doing.
Yeah.
But still, it's just sort of like, you know, I'm not doing the lights. I'm not doing the sound. I'm not the stage dresser. Right. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just doing this one little piece.
My corner is pretty well handled.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
I wasn't upset or anything. I think they were worried about that. But I was just more worried about my... I was like... And I was sitting there thinking... and then later, like I said, I got home. I started reading the warnings. And it's like, do not take this with caffeine and stuff. It's like, dude, I drank a pot of coffee and had like 6 iced teas.
Yeah.
It's a wonder I'm functional at the moment.
Right, yeah.
But I might have scared my disease out. I might have scared it out.
Oh, really?
Because then the next day I was like, "Whoo, I actually can breathe today."
All right, I'm taking your advice. If there's any like coronavirus near me, I'm gonna go get myself some Sudafed and coffee.
Oh God, I don't recommend that. No,
and get
I don't think that's like you know, it's like raises your blood pressure and your heart rate and all that stuff. Supposedly, I mean, it's all stimulants, right? It's like, you know, I don't recommend any of that.
Okay,
I mean, I may be Dr. Corona.
Smooth.
But I don't recommend it. You know?
Right. So we better do that disclaimer. This is not the opinions of anyone.
Yeah, these aren't the droids you're looking for.
Right.
Why do you got to do that? Why can't people be smart enough these days? I mean, for God's sakes, you had people eating Tide Pods.
Yeah.
God, man.
Bath salts. What the heck's going on with that? You know? Yeah, I never see. Maybe that's just
don't do anything you see on the internet.
Yeah, don't ever. But
especially if you www. Whoa! No, don't do that either.
That's one thing.
Painful.
That's one thing as I've gotten old. Yeah, it'll ruin your life, man.
Oh, dude.
One thing
it'll ruin something.
Right.
Oh man.
It'll ruin something, all right.
We'll have to. One of these days we have to do an uncensored show.
Right. Wouldn't that be fun? Unfiltered.
Oh God.
You know.
Dr. Corona can get pretty dirty.
Right. Right.
It's all fun, though.
It is.
Not hurting anybody.
How close would we be coming to the old Anarchy Radio?
I know. I know that was the whole thing.
You know.
That's the whole thing. That exactly.
Here goes the filters. You know. Whoop.
I know.
Yeah. When I go unfiltered, man.
Wow. Doc's filthier when he doesn't drink. It's like, wow, that's just his personality.
My God, he's working blue, you know.
I know.
Don't worry about it.
That coffee makes him nastier.
There'll be a certain segment out there that you'll get some voicemails. Give him more, one more glass.
Well,
let's see what he does now.
Well, that crowd, yeah.
Yeah, they'll love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was just going to take a glance. And now you got me curious about the news, but we should wrap it up, though.
Yeah, it's 7, getting on towards...
I don't even know what we were talking about. Ooh. Coronavirus test kit is ready for prime time. Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Well, at least there's a way to check.
Oh, God. The political football in this whole thing is...
Yeah, I know.
It's the thing of beauty.
I think whatever side you're on, I think you should drop all politics out of it and just deal with the matter at hand.
Guys, you don't have to show me the score from the Blazers game from last night, okay? I already know what that score is. Dang it.
No, but no, I saw the thing on the news thing for CNN came popping up.
I'll look at it.
So I said,
I think we'll get through this.
I think so too.
I think we're going to be okay. We'll get through this. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely do not want another Spanish influenza. No bueno.
I don't.
I don't think it's going to be nearly that.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that would do something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was, I read a whole back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I read a whole book called The Hot Zone, which is an old book from the 90s, bestseller and all that, all about like pandemics and stuff. It was all about Ebola.
Oh, so, like, I remember when
read all about Ebola, and this was before, the last few years we had Ebola and all this stuff. And,
norovirus or something like that.
Well,
there's another one kind of. The avian flu.
Yeah.
That was for a while.
Yeah.
Also known as bird flu.
Yeah.
And
there's preventable measures and stuff, but Ebola. I read that thing about Ebola, and that's some nasty stuff.
That is Ebola. A nasty. I find it really hard to believe that was not created in some lab.
Well, listen to Mr. Conspiracy here.
Well, I know.
Look at him. Looks like a
Dick Curmudgeon. Yeah. Let me tell you, you want the backstory?
DC.
Let me tell you, I was in a bar one time outside of DC, down Virginia.
We got a buddy from
Fritz,
Liddy and Hunt.
Right. I'll just call him Fritz. Code name Fritz. He comes in. He has a worried look on his face. Muchler. He comes in. He has a real worried look on his face. And I said, Herman, come on, saddle up. Tell me what's going on. And he looked at me and he goes, one word for you. Ebola.
Yeah.
And I said, what the heck is that? Is that something you order at the Italian restaurant? No.
Well, it's bad. People have died in Africa.
Yeah.
Which is where... Now, there's some mitigating circumstances as to why that's happened and why it's spread.
Yeah.
But, the thing was like, well... if giving the right procedures, it doesn't spread. So just educate yourself, find good resources, and doctors. I always kind of drill down a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like seriously, I don't run right out to see what the latest headline on, and all due respects, but media is like everything on the internet.
If it bleeds, it leads, man.
Right, that's always been the case. And clicks and headlines and clicks and stuff like that. So your MSNBCs and your CNNs and your ABCs and your all that, they're clicking too. You got to drill down a little bit, and find some not conspiracy theorists either, but find some good resources. The science is out there. There are scientists out there in the world.
The weird thing is this is a sad commentary on our modern media.
Yeah.
When I want the straight poop, I usually go outside. BBC, Canadian broad, and just to get kind of the unfiltered. Not one way, not the other way, just... Because Because sometimes you just need information.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, I or I go to like harder science kind of blogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that happens in space, it's like, whoa, look, this was probably aliens out there. It's like, do you know what the chances are of that?
Right.
Why don't you go to phys.org and let's read those articles of actual physicists and astronomers who are actually writing, or whatever.
Slow down, MUFON.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's the other thing too is look at percentages, like more there's a certain percentage of people who die of the flu or complications from the flu every year, every season.
Yeah.
And that's larger right now.
Yeah.
You can get a cold or a a lot of these viruses and stuff aren't the flu. They're just viruses.
Yeah.
And
I guess we're in wait and see mode.
Yeah, but just wash your hands. Always wash your hands.
Yep.
That's one thing. Always wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
I always wash my hands.
As the guy in Hill Street Blues, take care of yourself.
Yeah. Cover your mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been sneezed on just flat out in public. Like you walk, like a group of people, you walk up, and someone just goes right in your face, and you're like, what the? I mean, a couple times I've been like, I'm ready. Man, and it's just like, what are you doing, man? I mean, it's like, why don't you give me what you've got, Go,
Well, it's generational, though, too. I mean, remember when we were kids, you do not sneeze, cover your mouth. Do not, Nowadays, maybe our generation has fallen on, not done its job. But I know I've told my kids, don't, cover your mouth,
Yeah. Cough, sneeze.
Yeah, because I still hear echoes of my
hands.
mom,
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff is old school, but it actually is,
common sense.
And then, like, if you're really sick in bed.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. Here's the problem. Oh, you're sick in bed. You got to stay home, not go to work. Oh, but you got to go to work or you're going to get fired.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, which way you want to go here, guys? Yeah. So, I mean, that's the other thing that always kind of cracks me up. It's like, well, actually, I was at a thing the other day, doing an event, doing a thing in a corporate setting, and they were like, oh, yeah, these two executives aren't going to be here today. They're at home sick. They'll be dialing in. They will not. And they were all like, we want them to stay home. Right? Yeah. And it was like, okay, well, that's smart.
See, that's the thing with even the schools nowadays. Like with my daughter and stuff, they are like that. If you are sick, you stay home.
Take care of yourself.
Feel free, to stay home. Do not come in. So it's a petri dish. Those schools are,
Yeah, common sense.
Yeah, you would think.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm just.
Well, businesses.
My biggest problem is hysteria and panic and everything.
Yeah.
And that, which is why I quoted FDR. Who said that? Didn't he say that during the Depression?
Yes.
Like the Depression. Like that was actually, people literally didn't have jobs. Like we're standing in line for like it was like.
I'm not sure if it was his inauguration speech. It may have been.
Should I look it up?
It was it was close to it because I know he made that speech in either 32 or 33.
Yeah, it was before
early on.
Yeah, it was before the war.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my grandma. Like she latched on to stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, country's gone to the toilet. Yeah. Our president says we have nothing to fear and fear itself. And you're talking about a guy who was in a wheelchair who has polio. Was it polio?
Yeah, polio.
Was it polio?
Yeah, if he's telling you not to fear,
And they're rolling him around in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
He had polio.
That's.
I mean, it's like, 19. Yep. You got it. You nailed it, Jason.
Yeah.
A phrase from the 1933 inaugural address of Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Thank you.
There you go. Good job.
I may be losing my mind, but that history stuff comes through.
Yeah. An episode of the television series The Golden Girls.
Oh, hey now.
A song by Oingo Boingo.
As you know,
from the 1996 album Nothing to Fear.
There you go. As you know, we are big fans of B. Arthur and Betty White around here.
Yeah. Episode of the American-Canadian television series Painkiller Jane.
Okay.
And an episode of Canadian television series Class of the Titans. An episode of Wild Things.
Wow.
Anyway, I just figured I'd give you all the references.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, you nailed it, man.
There you go.
All right. Well, I don't know. Let's have any other words of wisdom.
Not much. Just
it's cool to come back and do this.
We have to address the yodeling.
We will.
And we gotta
Well, I gotta bring
Robert
the record.
Conrad too. We gotta address Robert Conrad and.
Yeah, there's because I've been really busy. A lot of stuff's going on, and I have actually kind of been with the crud. In fact, I think we were planning on doing a show a few weeks back, and it kind of went by the wayside, and I kind of fessed up. I said, "Yeah, I actually ended up collapsing that day," and I was like,
"Not feeling well."
Yeah, and then I kind of like let it slide, and I was gonna tell you, and I just totally forgot, and I was like.
Well, you didn't tell me because you were passed out.
Yeah.
No,
I actually that day, and then I like kind of around the time Friday, I was like, I'm really glad we didn't do a show because I can't talk or breathe right now, So, but
Yeah, that would have been a whole bunch of different sort of entertainment.
Yeah, and now I'm going out of town, so this weekend. So,
there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Maybe buy some more yodeling records.
Oh, please do.
Yeah.
Please do, because I immersed as soon as when you sent me that link, and you sent me those pictures and stuff. Of course, I got to check it out. I got to jump in and I got to see what's going on, and so I did a full headlong immersion in yodeling, and let me tell you something. I learned a lot, very informative, and so. That also brought on a million questions. So I got questions here, and so hopefully we'll answer them next time.
Maybe I should get on Twitter more often. Jeez, I just saw it. I haven't looked to my replies. I just saw something on Twitter from a client who's saying nice things about me to someone. It's like, yeah, you should try. I was like, that's how good I am, right?
We're
you really have to work hard to get a hold of me if you want me to do something with you.
Right.
No, I don't mean that as just like I'm I'm not incompetent at what I do. I'm just incompetent at everything else. Like oh yeah, let's talk. So like find me.
I've told my wife. I've said some people are multitaskers. I said, I am not even a monotasker.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's just like I used to be like social media,
Me too. With the old show and stuff, I used to be all over the place,
Yeah. Well, because it's just become a cacophony, I mean, it's like Twitter, Facebook, Facebook's actually...
Or drama. And
but Twitter, which was my place, has just gone crazy.
Twitter, yeah.
And it's just like, and it's just like, you know the subjects.
Yeah.
And of course now we're in a political season, so it's just like, my gosh.
It's really heating up.
Like I literally go to Twitter now just to check the scores.
Yeah. Well,
check my Champions League.
Yep.
Red Bulls Leipzig.
Hello.
The NBA, the Blazers.
Yeah.
I want to do a sports show again, too, because this is my favorite time.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
March Madness.
Coming. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have, we had the
Round
Combine.
Round ball.
Yep. And we'll also, the NFL Combine, free agency. We got, basketball now is heading towards the playoffs, and everything's getting tight. You're going to have opening day baseball coming.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Astros thing.
Oh, God, the Astros, yeah.
Of course, hockey's full gear right now.
Yeah.
We had a big heavyweight fight this last weekend, and so there's a million and one things we could dive into.
I'm my sports. I'm just all about the round ball, the football, football, as they call it in other countries, and the basketball. So, and this is like big times right now. And
I saw not too long ago your Chelsea beat Tottenham, and they did. Yeah.
And then they were.
I'm a Spurs fan, by the way.
Yeah, well, then
Tottenham,
Bayern München took care of them.
I know we're supposed to be wrapping this up.
Yeah.
But, you get me going, wind me up. And I
know. We got to do a sports show. But we can't do it this Sunday, so.
I am so intrigued, though, by the La Liga. Is that it, German?
No, Bundesliga.
Bundesliga, right.
Yeah. La Liga is the Spanish.
And, right. I am literally intrigued by those because I was never a big soccer fan.
Right.
But later in life, I have become more appreciative of it, just simply because the level of play, some of these guys, it's almost an art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These guys are so fluid, and it's just like wow.
Jason.
Yes.
It is the beautiful game.
It's
the beautiful game.
Yeah, I see some of these guys, Ronaldo and Kane out of Tottenham,
Although they were a little upset too.
Yeah.
Juventus and Ronaldo. It's been an interesting weekend.
Yeah. But I've learned to appreciate it a lot more. And
all due respects to the MLS and huge Timbers fan, Thorns fan, supporter. I'm way back Timbers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But look at European League soccer.
It's a whole different level.
Yeah, and Champions League.
Yeah.
Which is like the top cream of the crop. Where you have everyone in Euro soccer, Spain, Germany, England, and you're just like, wow.
That's what really got me going this time around when you had like the English taking on Germany. Paris Saint-Germain going down.
You got the best of the best, and right now
Liverpool.
There's been some upsets.
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, stuff's getting real.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what happens. And Liverpool's been dominating English soccer.
Where do those guys come from?
They are undefeated.
A couple seasons ago,
they
were
undefeated.
Just lucky to get into
English
the
soccer.
Yeah,
like that's something to say in the Premier League. They are undefeated.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, they were barely getting up into the first tier.
Well, and I think they're
now.
Just off the top of my head, I'm not going to look it up because we got to go. But I think they're the defending champions of the Champions League this year too.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Liverpool. Like I said,
those feisty guys.
Yeah.
Those Beatles.
Those Beatles. From Liverpool.
Those boys from...
Yeah, that's right. All right, man.
All right.
We should go. Any last words of wisdom? Last chance.
Have a good weekend. Just be good. Don't freak out over this coronavirus thing. Be good. And
be good.
It's simple and to the point. Be good.
Yeah, keep rocking it. Which
button? Keep on trucking.
Which button do I push? Oh no, that was the wrong button. God dang it.
Well, okay.
See what I did there? See, because I haven't done this in a while.
Right.
All right.
We see that's another reason why we got to do this, man. Get back into the pow,
I hit the button and we got a blank screen. Okay. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.